I figure let's just get started. We're gonna do things a little different tonight. The wickedly talented Adele Dazeem. And now that's my name, so you guys are gonna have to wait for me to change my name, because it is now Adele Dazeem. And I think I'm gonna do brackets, wickedly talented. Just in case anybody has any doubts. Oh, man. There it is. You heard it here first, kids. Popcorn in my shoe? That happened earlier. I'm fine. Old Popcorn Shoe Jackson. Damn, that's a good name, too. I need to stop giving it away for free. That's what my mom said. She didn't say that. Yeah. If anything, she's trying to line up buyers. I have another microphone down here, so it's just... Yeah. Anyway, this isn't the usual nonsense. Can I start swearing yet? It doesn't matter. I'm not going to get monetized. This isn't the usual bullshit nonsense where it's just me and Chris talking about pop culture. That will be a thing. Chris is coming, but yeah, he is. But we're doing a music. We're gonna do a music. I'm gonna play some songs. I'm gonna test out some stuff. I haven't really tested streaming playing songs, so we're gonna do that. He's gonna play some, I think, probably while I go to the bathroom or something, because what are friends for? Anyway, hold on. I'm gonna make sure he knows that this is happening. I mean, he knows it's that's the right one. He knows it's happening. It's just that he may not know it's happening right now. I mean, he knows the general time frame. It doesn't matter. Yeah, business stuff. Oh, I have a show at the end of the month in Richmond, Virginia, with my new friend Christy. Oh boy, I'm gonna fuck up her last name. Chirinos? Chirinos? Maybe Chirinos. Chris has to restart his computer. So I'm going to do a couple songs. And then hopefully by then, he'll get his fucking shit together. See? It's great to not have to worry about monetization. You can do all the swears. I need to throw this and make sure it doesn't hit a candle. Success. And then you just see like a fire gradually catch the backdrop behind me. Curtain? It's just a fucking curtain. Anyway, and it'll have to be a whole thing when I switch over to keyboard, because although the volume will be at a similar level, but I can't mute. Oh, wait. I think I can mute. Hold on, baby. We're just testing. Shout out to all my testies out there. You remember that show on Comedy Central, Testies, where they would test drugs? Late 2000s was cool, man. So, am I audible now? Because I pressed mute, but I don't know if that means that I can't hear you or you can't hear me. Hold on. I'm going to keep talking. And then check the stream. Nope, don't start playing music. And then check the stream, which is the thing that's happening now. So what I'm going to do is... Fucking Christ alive. Ugh. You know, nothing makes time go slow like doing a live stream or being on a stage and something and... yeah, no. It's not anyway, like doing that and having to stall for time or or pull something up That's always fun. And here comes Chris. All that shit about, oh, I'm going to play some songs and then he'll get here and maybe he'll get here. Maybe he'll just play a bunch of songs. I haven't played one fucking song.
Speaking of pulling something up.
Hey-o.
Hey, hi.
How's it going there?
Oh, you know.
Dusty roads?
It's a...
Yeah,
I promise we're not going to lean too hard into that.
You're lucky I gave you that dust pass. Otherwise, I'd come over there and probably injure myself.
Yeah, after the 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Can I sleep on your couch? then I'm gonna kick your ass.
I'm gonna need a. Can I have like a lemonade and maybe a pillow?
Orange
and then,
slices.
Half hour, like 45 minutes.
That was a thing I liked about the Ant-Man movie.
That was funny.
Was where she was like, I want some citrus, like a lime.
Right?
And he was like, yeah, right? That's great. That's great. It's the little things like that. If only the whole movie was that, and not like, here comes Marvel. We're gonna do a big here's the new Thanos.
Well, they picked the wrong
movie
to
and
do
franchise to do that.
Because
could have done it in Guardians. Could have made Guardians 3 hours long. Last Guardians movie, Kang shows up, back half.
That would have made sense.
Yeah.
But they didn't build to anything epic. I mean, everybody forgets how lousy like the last third of Guardians 2 was because of all the stupid, ego stuff.
Yeah, but that, like there was seeds laid for that in the first movie about his dad.
What I mean is, like, they had big galactic stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There, but they didn't do that in Ant-Man.
They didn't earn any of Ant-Man. They didn't earn any of the quantum realm shit.
That is a very good word for it.
Yeah, they didn't.
They didn't earn it.
I think Guardians would have been a great, because it's cosmic, and, I don't know. Put Ant-Man in fucking space, and then make him do a quantum realm. Then have Kang show up.
Sure.
But, I don't know.
It was too much, and it was weird because the whole thing with MODOK, you ever see those...
I saw his little butt.
Yeah, well, that was the best part.
That was great.
I mean...
his little butt.
Yep. But when they had, when he showed up, as MODOK, you ever see those weird thumb movies?
Yeah, Thumb Wars, Thumbtanic.
Yeah. It looked like Thumb Wars.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
It looked terrible.
It was uncanny.
I know you can do better.
I did like that, everybody was freaked out by the way he looked.
Yeah.
But the way I was freaked out, I don't think was the way Peyton Reed and Kevin Feige intended me to be freaked out by it.
It's starting, you know what?
I couldn't look away. I wanted to.
You know what it's starting to feel a little bit like?
Christmas.
Everywhere you look.
I was just singing that song. Sorry.
It's a great song.
Take a look at the 5 and 10. Super-dee Scooby-Doo. And Scooby-Doo is there with all his friends. Yep, I say the words, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Anyway, the MCU is beginning to look a lot like...
It's beginning to resemble... Christmas. No, it's beginning to resemble a little bit of the tone deafness of Lucas.
With the prequels.
Yeah. And not even when he got to the prequels, but when he started changing shit. He's like, it's my shit, I know.
And you know what? And a great YouTuber called Nando V Movies talked about this.
You've mentioned that before.
Yeah, he's great. He likes to V stuff. It's so good. Anyway, he talked about how the real theme, the only real theme of Phase 4 is retcons.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's like, surprise, they have a kid. Surprise, Kang was there the whole time. Fucking surprise, Eternals were here the whole time. So.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. And there's ways to do that. There's ways to do it. They did it with Wakanda.
Yeah.
Wakanda didn't show up till 2016, but they eased it in, and it was always kind of there. Well, we were always going to get a Wakanda. It's just, look up Ike Perlmutter. He's a big old racist who's the reason we didn't have a Black Widow movie until after she died. Also, he's the guy who's responsible for the Inhumans show.
I did not watch.
No one did.
As bad as I heard.
Yes, it's worse. Apparently.
I liked Runaways.
Me too.
Didn't love it. Liked it.
I liked it.
Loved the comic book.
Really? Did not read, so maybe I didn't.
It's,
I didn't have
Brian
that to
Cavan.
compare to.
It's Brian Cavan.
Brian Cavan? Oh,
yeah.
He's Irish.
He always does good work.
Mm-hmm.
He does good work.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'll play something.
Oh, okay. So I should log off, or
No, you just sit there and look pretty.
now, I do have a question before.
Oh, yes,
do
you in the
that.
back?
Sorry. Here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Hold on.
first-
Hold on. No, you're fake news. Behind you.
Oh, okay.
No, you. Yes, you. Yeah.
Ha.
Oh.
Well,
Suspenders.
first of all, new flannel.
Okay. All right.
the
Hold on.
stripes.
I'm gonna blow you up. Let's blow you up.
Is that the same as putting me on blast?
Yes, of course. Blowing up your spot, putting you on blast, showing your flannel. These are all synonyms.
You know what I did?
Eek.
I dropped it as if it were hot.
Oh. Eek. Ah. Oof. Ah. It's too hot. You gotta drop it.
Is this the time wherein you would like to discuss, perhaps even be interviewed a bit about the project that you say you've been working on for quite a while? Is today that day?
Nah, I'm gonna do some randos. I think when I do that, I'm gonna get my mixer that I use for my open mics. I'm gonna bring that in and run it through my interface so I can have like reverb and have more control over the sound as it goes into StreamYard. Because I'm going through GarageBand right now and it sounds great, but like that's not what you're hearing. You're just hearing some like
some bullshit.
some bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
First of all,
fine.
it's GarageBand.
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 Oh my god. Okay, before we get started. This is gonna be the whole thing.
Stop me before I preface again.
I watched this show, Inside Man, that came out on Netflix at the end of last year or something with David Tennant and Stanley Tucci.
Ooh, I liked that. I
And
just watched it.
It was in my queue forever, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with my. I'm taking a break from my carousel of hopping on a streaming service for a month and then hopping to another one for a month, and then I'm just gonna give that like a 6-month break. Let all the shows come out. Let season 2s of stuff come out, and then just go. Although I did miss the finale of Poker Face, which is like one of my favorite new shows.
Poker Face.
Poker Face. Ma.
She was just on
Who? Natasha Lyonne or
podcast.
Lady Gaga?
Natasha Lyonne. I couldn't tell you what
She's doing the Joker movie. Joker 2, Joker.
Yeah, I know. She's Harleen.
Miss Quinzel.
If you're
Anyway, the that show. So then I was like, okay, well I'm done with my carousel of freebies. So I'll do Netflix. I have like 50 things in my watch list that have just been piling up. So I was like,
Yes.
okay, I'll do this. I love David Tennant. I love Stanley Tucci. And so they do the intro with the cold open is that weird guy on the train where he's putting his dick in somebody's face. Which has happened to me in New York. It's great. It's great. We love to see it. Anyway, so I get through that, and then it's like, wow, that was a pretty good setup for what is I'm assuming going to be like a kind of weird, not coastal. I guess kind of bi-coastal. It's just different.
Yeah, I
coasts
wondered what
across
they
the
were
pond.
setting up.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, we get to the end of the theme song, written and created and directed by Stephen fucking Moffat. And I was like, oh no! And I paused it and I had to walk away.
You have Moffat issues.
I do, because I watched fucking Sherlock and I watched all of his Doctor Who. And I didn't watch Dracula because I watched Sherlock.
Did you watch Jekyll?
Fuck no.
It was quite good.
No,
except for the
it
ending.
wasn't. There's a video that I will point you to called Sherlock is Garbage, and here's why.
I couldn't get through the first episode of Sherlock.
It's so bad, but he talks. But the guy, H-Bomber guy, he's a fucking chef's kiss YouTuber. We're doing plugs for everybody's YouTubes now. You can do your plugs for your things you like at the end, like the Daily Wire and Jordan Peterson and stuff. I'm gonna convince them. I'm gonna convince them.
Who are you convincing? There's nobody else here.
All of them. Then they're all convinced. They
Dude.
ran away because of you.
Dude, the call is coming from inside the house. It's just you and me.
Anyway, he talks about like Moffat's problem with adapting, like pop culture, British pop culture, icons. So he had Sherlock.
Wait,
he did
didn't he
Dracula,
write-
Doctor
didn't he
Who,
write
and
Blink?
Jekyll.
Didn't he write the episode Blink of
This was not when he was running Doctor Who.
But didn't he write that?
Yeah, he wrote some of the best Russell T Davies episodes of Doctor Who. He's written some of the best episodes of Doctor Who, period.
Yeah.
Girl in the Fireplace, that's him. The one where
I hadn't thought about that episode in a while. I just need a minute to let it wash back over me.
It's fucking fantastic. When you put Moffat in someone else's project and have him write a thing. So, for instance, for the thing I'm writing, I would love to have Moffat help me write one of the story arcs, but I wouldn't want him to run the show. You know what I mean?
Want him as a showrunner. Well,
right.
I'm sure
because
he
blew his whole load of Doctor Who ideas in season 5. He blew the whole thing. He used everything, and then he
was that Saxon?
No, that's
When
Russell
was
T
Saxon?
Davies. That's still Dave. That's season 3. That's like some of he did. Okay, what master episodes did he do?
Go back. That Saxon run, vote for Saxon
Up until the very last episode.
Yeah, no, that's hot garbage.
Right.
They never know how to
Never know how to end
landing.
stuff, except for
No.
Stephen Moffat. Stephen Moffat writes a good finale every now and then.
But I will say that like when you go back and you rewatch it, and then like, well, there's two things that show up way before.
McFly, the band McFly is. Oh no, that's not what we're talking. Okay, you go. Your thing.
Two things show up way before you realize it until you watch it the second time. Bad Wolf
Yeah, and the Saxon posters.
and Vote for Saxon.
That's in the first episode where he meets Martha. Vote for Saxon is in the first episode where they go to the moon.
Where he meets Martha or where he meets Rose?
No, Bad Wolf is in the episode where he meets Rose. Saxon stuff is when he meets Martha. It may even be in the episode where he meets Donna, the Christmas special. It may even be in that. I know you don't like Donna, but she's the best.
Donna's
companion.
okay.
She's the
I
best.
like that she's not
Trying to fuck him.
Yeah.
That's what I liked. Because
no.
you had your Martha, you had like all of the Christmas specials had a companion.
Have you ever
wanted to
seen
fuck him.
the comic relief or whatever it was, the Red Nose
Day
thing?
with
the
what's his
two of
name?
them.
Blackadder.
No. This is with Tennant and with Donna.
Oh yes.
Yeah. He comes in and he gets to use his real accent.
Yeah.
Very happy for him there, even though he does a wonderful English accent.
He did it in Inside Man. Anyway, I watched Inside Man and I liked it.
Oh yeah, I did
because
too.
he wasn't adapting something. I
And
think that's it. But
Tucci
the ending was kind of a wet fart. But like I enjoyed the ride.
The word is there might be a second season.
I'd watch it.
I will say, like the overall, I liked it. Tucci is a fucking treasure.
Every time he was on
Oh
the
my
screen, I couldn't turn
God.
away. It's just like,
No.
oh yeah, okay, I'd watch. So I'd watch that. Basically, what they're doing with Daniel Craig's character from Knives Out.
Yeah.
And I know it's fine. And what you would like Poker Face though. It's basically Knives Out in an episodic
what
form.
I heard is Poker Face is Natasha Lyonne as Columbo.
Yeah,
True thing.
which is basically what Knives Out is. Knives Out, and them are.
Yeah, but his not English
Poirot.
accent is fucking horrible.
It doesn't matter. You totally get used to it 5 minutes in.
I can't.
I
Nope,
love
you're
it.
Wrong.
It's a donut hole
I was
inside of a donut hole.
I
Just
was
think it's Foghorn Leghorn, and you're fine.
I was surprised. Now I'll say.
Yeah, just do that. You're fine. I think the
now I'll say.
moiter.
Listen, boy. Listen now.
What? Now you rich folks need to get your shit together. It's pretty much
That,
the moral of both of the movies. So you're good. You don't have to watch it.
Yeah, I'm good. But
No, Poker Face. Yes, he loves detective shit. So the Knives Out ones are
it's pronounced Knives Out.
Knives Out is also Columbo, but it's more of a Poirot sort of deal.
Oh, I enjoyed the Poirot remakes. With
I didn't watch either of them, but I love Kenneth Branagh.
Branagh is great fun in it.
Yeah. The cannibal. I saw like like 20 minutes of the one with the cannibal and Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, no, that's worth your time. That's a good watch. She is not a good actor.
No, she's bad.
Yeah, she's bad.
I would go as far
who's great,
as to
though?
say she's a bad actor.
Just watched The Lost City with Sandra Bullock and
Channing Tatum is fucking amazing.
He's
great
a good
in everything.
actor.
He's so good. He's great. Have you seen the Jump Street movies?
Yes.
He's fantastic.
Oh my god, I would watch the.
I want to watch Magic Mike because of him.
Have you not seen Magic Mike?
I haven't seen any of them, and like the second one is on Amazon, so I'm gonna hunt down the first one.
Watch the first one.
I'm going to watch both of them. And then I'm going to watch the
first
new one that's in theaters.
I will say nothing specific, no spoilers.
It's a fucking Soderbergh movie, so it's not going to be bad.
He can be up and down, but
Yeah.
he's a great filmmaker who can be up and down, which is fine.
Like Ridley Scott.
Which is fine, yes.
He's more
And-
down these days.
And Fincher. Although
yes.
apparently Mindhunter is amazing. The missus
I've
just
watched like the
that.
first season and the first 2 episodes of the second season. Yeah, it's great.
And
yeah.
Jonathan Groff, always good.
Yeah,
Another
and the guy who
person.
plays his partner is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Everybody's great in that show. It's
He's
just
also
like it's a
the
bummer.
Spitty King in Hamilton, going back
The
to
best,
our
the best
previous.
part. Here's your sign, Hamilton. The best songs in the show. The best song in the show is the one the white guy sings. Here's your sign.
No, not
Yeah, it is.
true. That is the second best song.
Okay, what?
Do you
Wait
know
for
why?
it.
No. You want to know what the best song is?
What?
It's the one that Washington sings.
Oh, I think it's too long, but that is a good one.
Well, you're wrong, because you obviously didn't sob through the whole thing like I did.
Yeah, but
That was beautiful. And at the end where he can't quite hold it together,
oh, you mean on Disney Plus?
yeah.
Oh
Disney
no, I'm not
Plus.
watching the cam version of a stage play.
Have you
Maybe
no,
maybe
no.
in a few years. I
Have
watched.
you really not seen it?
No, I don't. It takes it. I'd rather watch. I misspoke. I'd rather watch a cam version of a stage
Wait,
play than
Have
watch.
you not seen Hamilton?
Yeah, I watched the cam version in like 2016
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
with
I
the
will
with
say,
the OC with the original
No.
cast. Like, and then they filmed this thing for Disney like the
Yeah.
next like
yeah,
year.
and Groff was in the middle of shooting Mindhunter
Yeah.
and went back for a weekend to do that.
Yeah, of course he did.
Totally did.
Yeah.
Fincher let him out for that.
of
I will
course he
say, if you haven't seen that, I know you have your issues with it. I will say, as a lifelong theater fan, it is easily the best filming of a stage show I have ever seen.
Okay.
I dare say it's the only really successful filming of a staged.
Better than Cats.
I've seen a couple of okay ones. The one of the 1980 revival of Pirates Penzance with Kevin Kline, who
I've
is
seen clips of that. That looks actually pretty
it's
good.
on YouTube. I'll send
Yeah.
it to you. That is actually pretty well filmed because it involves the audience and they do a good job.
Did I tell you I was in that?
Penzance?
It's had to have come up.
No,
I was in
Who-
2 musicals in high school. One was Crazy for You, the Gershwin jukebox musical, and one was Pirates of Penzance.
What part did you play, or were you a pirate?
I was a pirate and a cop,
Very nice.
so I walked both sides of the line, baby.
A policeman's lot is not a happy one.
A
My
cap.
11-year-old just walks around singing things from Pirates of Penzance, and it's pretty goddamn great.
I am the very model of a modern major general. I've information, vegetable, animal, and
mineral. I know the kings of England, and I quote the something historical. There's
Trip to Light
a-
Fantastic.
Yeah, there's a great version of that piece. I think it's from like the Australian Opera Company or something random, but the major general is fan-fucking-tastic, and they closed captioned it, and it's the first time I heard every word of it and read every word of it, and I seriously, like, this is like 2 years ago, and I was like I had never gotten all
It's
the
a
words.
lot. It's a
And
lot of words. Yeah.
What kills me about that show, it holds up. It's still funny.
It was much better than Crazy for You.
Yeah. Crazy for You, I saw the touring act and it was fun.
I mean, it's a jukebox musical.
But it was, yeah, and it's about as much fun as Mamma Mia, which was actually a lot of fun.
Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist is a show that is also a jukebox musical.
You mean the television show?
The television program, Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. It's also supernatural, which I didn't know. She basically gets a superpower, which lets her.
Yeah, no, she gets a superpower.
Yeah.
She can hear people's
She can hear
thoughts
people's
through
inner
song,
feelings, and then they
which
break
is
out.
actually
in,
a great
in
idea.
song.
The show got kind of heavy. How much of it did you watch?
I watched the whole thing.
Did
Yeah,
you
that
like
was
it?
in my Peacock ring. Yes, I liked it, and I watched
Did
the
you-
movie.
Did
and
you
I
watch?
liked
Oh, that next question, yes,
Yeah.
because I have to go back to it because I really liked it.
Yeah,
And
but
I
it's a
wasn't-
lot. And then they
It's a
do an
lot.
episode in season 2 about race, and they stop everything, and they're like, "Hey, by the way,
Hey, guys."
corporations are fucking racist as shit." and
Thanks
here's
for
how
letting us know.
corporations are bad at dealing with race. And okay, well, we talked about that. We never have to talk about it again. Bye.
No. We talked about that. We've solved it.
That's it.
We
We had the
solved
black
racism.
characters say the
Guys,
stuff. We had the
guys.
black guys. It's the West Wing did this all the fucking time. They hired one of the greatest black actors ever, John fucking Amos, and they made him play a general. And whenever an issue of race would come up, where Aaron Sorkin was being like low-key elitist and racist, and Dule Hill was like, black and he was he got real hood with the kid, with a young black boy, and was talking about basketball and shit.
Did he
and
go
needed him
CB4 on him?
to stay in school. Basically, yeah. Basically,
Or Fear of a Black Hat.
because
Pick
you know
either one.
what Dule Hill sounds like. You've seen
My,
some Psych.
No.
Oh.
My friend George had these are his insights, not mine. But his thing, every once in a while, something like that would come up, and he'd just start singing, "I'm black and I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black and I'm black and I'm black, y'all."
Yeah, but John Amos would come on screen whenever they would have some like big systemic conversation about race relations, and then he'd basically walk through the frame. I'm hyperbolizing, but he would basically walk through the frame just like with the stride and be like, "Nah, that's not racist. Okay, bye," and then fuck off. It's pretty much the only time he would be, and then they blew him up in a terrorist attack because they were doing Islamophobia now. The West Wing is great. I'm glad that it informed an entire generation of people who actually went into politics and then decided, this is how the world should be. Like this TV fucking show I watched. Do Veep instead.
Yeah.
Do Veep instead.
The aforementioned friend, when he was a much younger man, this was Skinny Chappelle, and everybody was losing their mind, and he never liked him, and he told me, my mother saw him and said, he's setting us back 50 years. And I was like, and again, not my story. If George were here, he would tell you.
I can see that, because it is
George
kind
would
of
be
like
a
a minstrel
really
show sort of
guy.
deal, but like the stuff he touched on, at least in that in those first 2 seasons of Chappelle Show, was like fucking some dank shit.
It's not my opinion.
Oh no,
I have not actually seen. I've seen clips of Chappelle Show. I've never.
You haven't seen it.
I haven't.
Oh, well, now you don't have to watch it. Which is like, I love that.
I wasn't
like
planning to.
Like Woody Allen movies. I always kind of felt bad about not watching them because it's like but like, as someone who likes cinema and filmmaking and stuff.
No, he is a gifted filmmaker.
Yeah, but now I don't have to fucking watch him.
No, you don't.
Right. Same with Polanski. I'm good.
You're fine. There's so much. Now, granted, I really did like it when there were like
when he married his daughter.
Well, he's just
big fan.
He's
When
just,
you know.
He's just diddling what we're all thinking, But I will say I don't have a daughter, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. That I know of.
Hey now.
But I will say I liked when there were 7 guys you knew were pieces of shit. You didn't have to engage with their stuff, like Roman Polanski, and then otherwise you didn't know anything about people. I liked it.
I missed that.
Yeah,
I missed that.
Really
I talked about that with someone a week or 2 ago. I was talking. My one of my go-tos is, cancel culture doesn't fucking exist because Louis C.K. won a Grammy for doing material about sexually assaulting people,
Have you
and
seen
Bo
the,
Burnham was not nominated for Inside, which I just rewatched, and it's fucking
brilliant.
incredible. It's so good.
Have you seen the TikTok? I saw it because it was on Instagram, but there's a TikTok of some woman losing her mind about how Louis C.K. has been canceled and he can't make a living, and they superimposed it on somebody taking a picture of him headlining Madison Square Garden for like multiple nights in a row.
No, he barely lost a fucking step.
Yeah,
People lost more of a step from COVID than he lost from being outed as a sexual abuser.
He lost less from being a sexual predator than Chris Hardwick did from apparently being a shitty boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
Or Aziz did from going
Yeah.
on a bad fucking date.
A bad date. Like, you can be an asshole on a date. That's not.
It's not assault. You're just a
Criminal,
fucking
yeah.
dick-head.
No,
Like,
you're
tell
a
your
dickhead.
friends, hey, don't date this guy.
Don't
You
date
don't have
that
to
guy.
fucking, like
Yeah.
emotionally and
Yeah.
like, career-wise dox him. You don't have to do that.
A rapist. He's
No. He just,
kind
like...
of shitty. If
And you
catch him
regret
on
and
the
you
wrong night.
regretted hooking up with him. Which,
Yeah.
I have those.
Isn't that how dating works?
Pretty sure that's how dating works.
I haven't dated since the 90s.
Me
You're
too.
welcome, ladies. But completely unrelated. Do you do Bookface or no?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you're right to do that.
Oh,
I will
yeah,
say,
no.
like,
Since 2017. I'm going on 6
there,
years.
There are things I enjoy about social media, and mainly I do get to, like, keep friendships going with people.
That you
that's
otherwise
nice.
wouldn't be able to, be in
Yeah,
touch with. Yeah,
'cause
that's
we're not
great.
gonna-
If it were just that, if Facebook wasn't where people got their news, and
Yeah.
if, people didn't like, hey, you should watch that. Hey, have you seen this? People you and I both know in like 2014 were spreading Alex Jones shit. And they're not far right people. It's just that's how
No.
Facebook works.
No,
Yeah.
they saw things.
Yeah, they saw Thing, and
It's
then it's the Ancient
You're a-
Alien shit. All
and it's
that.
also
Chemtrails. All the
Yeah.
fucking oh my god. Oh, but the Ancient Aliens guy was on fucking Girls 5 Eva. And that was amazing.
There are moments. It's weird because now, like, I feel like there will be a person who I enjoy on a platform that I don't wish to support, and I feel gross. I'm like, I can't listen to that.
Nina Turner is a great progressive lefto former state senator from Ohio. She keeps running for Congress, and she keeps being, like attacked from the right by the Democratic Party. Anyway, she has a podcast on this network called The Young Turks. Now, I don't know if you know what The Young Turks is.
It sounds very familiar to me.
It's
Don't they have some other things?
I'm a bit foggy on the details, but let's just say there are
Daily Wire.
far right. Yes,
I'm
let's
listening.
just say the Daily Wire would like the original Young Turks from
Like
the
the
40s.
Stand,
and,
like the Stand in New York City, which was
Stand?
funded by like super right wingy.
Wait, you mean the
guys.
bookstore, the Strand?
No, not the Strand. The Stand. It's a comedy club where some really good comedians go, and also some bad guys.
Yeah. Well, the Young Turks is just a problematic fucking name, but still they were, in like up until Trump got in, they were pretty left-wing stuff. Then they kind of pulled a Bill Maher and started getting very reactionary and
Or maybe a Dennis Miller even.
Yeah, not so far so fast. Bill Maher, I think, was more of a gradient.
There
And
was
then
this weird thing.
He felt
There's-
fine being a right-wing asshole once
There
it was
was
just
this-
clear that he hated Trump, and so
there
he
was
could rest
this
on those laurels.
Actually, really entertaining podcast. I wish the name would come back to me. But
The Joe Rogan Experience.
earlier,
The Adam Carolla Experiment.
That is
Oops.
Whenever
Hey
I
man,
see
look.
somebody I
All right, I don't
love
like
on
his
there, it makes
material.
me sad.
I just like his philosophy about
guy
who
has
is
stuff
and
to
isn't
say.
funny. And you know what? And you can't say anything anymore.
Why do you stop me from saying
I
words?
don't like it. Man. I
Why
want to get
can't
on a
I say the
stage into
N-word
a
over
microphone.
and over and over again?
I'm
Because I
Marjorie
want
Taylor
to.
Greene. I'm a congressperson, but my speech is being prohibited.
Because it makes my fun bits vibrate when I say the N-word over and over and over
Hey,
and
this
over and
AI
over
won't say
again.
the N-word. That's impinging my freedom. Okay, Matt Walsh. All right, bud. And not that Matt Walsh.
No.
Which is so weird because this Matt
I
Walsh
just saw him-
dickhead keeps popping up, and I'm like,
I just
UCB?
saw Matt Walsh. I just saw him. He showed up again on Ghosts. Have you watched the American version of Ghosts?
I didn't know that there was a version to Americanize.
Okay, there's a BBC show called Ghosts that is wonderful, but it's on HBO Max.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll get to it in 6 months
It's fan-fucking-tastic.
when I
It's
watch
great.
that Carla Gugino thing.
The whole it's so good. I want to watch it again.
She's great, man. She's so good.
And she I mean, there is a moment where like
Shush, 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 shush.
she she is
That's
no,
great.
she is bereft of clothing, and it was a
Okay.
moment which doesn't happen. Just watching a
Yeah,
show.
she's like in her 50s, dude.
Yeah, but she is so great in that show. She is so wonderful.
You know who else is in her 50s? Renee Elise Goldsberry from Girls 5 Eva. She's like 52.
She is stunning.
She's the best looking person on the goddamn show.
She is,
And she's the oldest one. Maybe
best
Paula Pell
looking.
might be a little older,
but not much.
but not much. No,
No, the weird
50
one.
fucking two.
If you want to see the weird one, Bernadette Peters is
She's
70.
She's in that jukebox playlist show.
Yeah.
And she
is.
does her. So sometimes they will shoot songs. They would shoot songs where they do it in the room, like they did with the Spielberg West Side Story.
Which show is it again?
Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
And she's on it?
She's on it. She's in the second season. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I gotta get to the second season.
Gotta
but
get
the stuff
that.
with Peter Gallagher was making me so sad.
Oh boy,
And
the
when he
finale,
fucking-
because you know what's coming.
When
The
he-
finale of the first season
Of course.
was very hard to get through.
But when
and
he
like I was,
fucking, like,
I was a
the-
wet mess.
When he had a moment, well, that's just hot. But when he had a moment where he is completely locked in. Does he have like locked in syndrome? Is that what it is?
I forget what it's called.
Whatever-
But the
whatever.
creator's dad, I think, died from it, so that's why it's.
Why you gotta do me like that, guy? But when he like the only way he could express himself was when he sang a song. I'm like, you motherfucker!
It was
Like,
incredible.
I can't
yeah,
watch
no,
your show.
Again, that fucking finale is.
Fuck
That season
you.
1 finale is fucked up. Yeah.
There is a show called The Last 5 Years. Have I mentioned this to you before?
You mean a Broadway show?
Yes.
They did a
Bro-
movie with Anna Kendrick and my favorite Broadway person, Jeremy Jordan.
I don't know him.
He was in Supergirl, which you probably haven't seen.
I've heard good
He was
things.
in-
Joylene has watched
It's
a
fine.
bunch of the CW
Of the
stuff.
CW ones,
She liked the Supergirl one very much.
It's like
And
I
the
think it's the most
desiccated-
consistently okay.
And the desiccated corpse of Ally McBeal. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
Calista
sorry.
Flockhart. It's
not
all right. She's
called
got a
for.
Harrison Ford to lean on.
She's gonna be fine.
yeah,
It's
she's
just
all right.
in the first season.
And she's only in the first season. She doesn't.
No,
she doesn't
I'm
come
sorry.
back.
I'm sorry. In the first season of Ally McBeal, she was so cute. And then something happened and she lost 8 pounds and she didn't look right anymore. And I was worried for her.
Can
But
I
that is
have
a
a hot take here?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna sip this wine,
Okay.
and then we're. Oh man, you know what? We've played too many songs. Hold on, hot take after sip.
I did have a post though. What I was asking you about, like if you're on Facebook, I shared a post.
People be
about-
too skinny. All right, go ahead.
People be not eating.
I'm serious. It's either, like maybe it's because I'm the way I am, the way I look, because it's like I'm not fit, but like
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't see how you look. I have.
You're
I
woke.
have non-racist eyes.
You're woke.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
see how you
That's
look.
great. That's great. Yeah, you and Rob are both colorblind, right? Yeah.
That is a separate conversation.
Anyway, you had a post.
I had a post. It is not a good joke, but all it was I shared a thing about Billy Eckstein. Do you know Billy Eckstein?
Billie Eilish?
No, Billy Eckstein. He was
Jeffrey
a
Epstein?
singer. Billy Eckstein. He was a.
I'm just
he
gonna
was-
keep getting it wrong, so you should just
I like
steamroll
it.
over me.
No, I want to see how much you keep going. That was like
Farmer
Rob was-
Glickstein?
I got a very nice message from a friend about my current situation, and but he's like, oh, and I'm like, well, it's all material. He's like, how are you gonna rhyme things about osteoporosis? And I'm like, fucking psychosis. Nobody wants it. It's like I had a bunch of them. I'm like, you just
Neurosis, deep vein thrombosis.
exactly. You just rhyme the thing.
Or you can just talk about how big your nose is.
Yeah,
Slant
exactly.
rhymes.
And I said, slant rhymes are your friend.
Your best friend.
And he's like, yeah, are you a mastery of that? I'm like, no, I just have a very limited skill set.
Right.
Like,
and so you
I
just shove everything you can into that
can-
little container.
I can rhyme thing. Hey, that ended up with 2 beautiful children. So don't you say no. I would love for her to be here and for her to punch me in the back of the head for that one. I'll tell her that one later, and I will
Okay,
get
good.
punched.
Just show her this clip. It's at,
I may end
it's
up
at
with another
39
cracked
minutes.
rib, but you know what? It could be worth it. But if it takes over 2 months to heal, maybe not.
Yeah.
I have bird bones. No, the whole Billy Eckstine was a standards singer from the 40s into like the 80s, but he was I don't mean to offend you, but he was a black gentleman.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, I know. Look, I know how you feel about that sort of thing. But he had this great, deep, gorgeous singing voice that I love and she hates. And it turns out, I just saw this again. I saw a reel where it had somebody sneaking off, and it's like my ADHD brain going off to irritate my loved ones to get serotonin from that. And I'm like, that's what I've been doing for 24 years with her. And it's seriously like it had a person going like this, and it had the Peter Griffin going and I can't do Peter Griffin's speaking voice, but I can do that I can manage. But I'm like, yes, you're right. I wish impression was spelled differently.
I'm Sam Elliott. God damn it.
Sure. But you don't know Billy Eckstine, but at some point you might go look him up, because what I posted, there was this great thing about him, and I shared it, and my entire comment was, fun fact, I do a not half bad impression of him. But it is so fucking random and obscure that this is he goes, everything I have is yours.
Are you sure that the record isn't melting?
No. He's just.
It's like if you turned the
Everything
it's like if you turned all the highs down and the lows all the way up on on Aaron Neville.
It is. And I'm not getting the vibrato right. It's like a Donovan level vibrato where it just cuts out. It goes it sounds like those Bill Plimpton cartoons where they just have the vocal like slowed down, and he's like doing the no Plimptunes. Oh, you're missing out on weirdness that you should have in your life.
Tunes.
I think this might be a generational difference. How is there not like a slide for generational difference? Because everybody's like, it's the internet, so everybody has access to everything. But it's like, no, you could find it if you were thinking of it.
Right. There's, I mean, certain shit you'd have to look for. It's the same shit with like the Woody Allen and the Roman Polanski. It's like,
absolutely.
You know, the only reason I know about them is because they were pop culture.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I get
zeniths.
a hard time occasionally referencing how things were different in the past, and it's not like we had to walk uphill 10 miles both ways in the snow. It's context. There was a time wherein one did not have quite so easy access to the things you were interested in. It just didn't work that way. You would read about a band and not hear them for 6 months or a year. I read about Nirvana before I ever heard them. It just worked differently. It was a different set of parameters. It's not better or worse. There are some people who say it was better then because there was the thrill of the chase, and there are people now who say it's better now because all of recorded history is there before you.
Yeah, I mean, no, it was bad both times.
Yeah, no, nothing's
That's all.
ever good.
It's like
ever.
SNL.
Yeah,
SNL has always pretty much been the same level.
but it can be entertaining.
Look, man, I maintain that there's like every month there's probably 2 good sketches.
Well,
And the rest are fine, and Update's usually pretty good because the head writers are the hosts of that, and so they probably pour their
when
their
they
shit into
write
it.
jokes for each other.
Oh, that's great. That's such a
Is
good
fantastic.
new bit that they did. You
And
know,
it works
like
so well.
they're
Almost
not
too
trying
well.
to coast off of like Seth Meyers and Tina Fey and
No.
all them, and you know. So
I don't love Seth Meyers. I like him fine.
he's doing the best daily late night show.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that
It's a low
feels-
bar because
that
like
feels
in
damning
America.
by faint praise.
Yeah, exactly.
like,
It's a low
this
bar
thing
because American
is-
talk shows are not very good
It's like no, because Kimmel is too smug.
because they don't drink.
They need to drink. So
Graham Norton's show is so fucking fun.
Graham
They
Norton's show
they
is
don't
fucking
do,
amazing.
They don't do panel shows, and
Ugh.
most of the talk shows in England also have a game function. So
love
there's like
that-
8 out of 10 cats and countdown, and then 8 out of 10 cats does countdown. There's also
Is
Taskmaster,
Jimmy
which is
Carr's
fucking
on most
great.
of those, right?
Jimmy Carr is hosting most of these, and then there's also the Big Fat Quiz, which is just the best
which
thing.
I am
Hey kids,
unfamiliar.
go out and watch. It's on YouTube. The old ones are. They'll pull down the new ones, but they do the Big Fat Quiz of everything, which is like every few
Who's on
years.
Who is on that?
Jimmy Carr hosts, and then it is a
Oh.
rotating panel.
Well, you've
and so
already
it's
answered my question. Although I will
Richard
say
Iowade is on there a lot,
I like him.
and
He's from,
what's his name from Mitchell and Webb, the Mitchell one.
The name you just said, he is from Apple and Onion, right?
He's from
have
the
you
IT
not-
crowd.
Have you not? Yes, that's the guy.
Yeah.
He's got the voice. He talks like this.
Hello,
He's
I'm Richard
on-
Iowade.
Yeah, he's on. He voices one of the characters on Apple and Onion, which is a way more entertaining cartoon than it has any right to be. It's one of those. It's like, oh, this is wonderful.
Oh, like Steven Universe.
My kids loved the shit out of that. I didn't really watch it.
It's
they
fantastic.
Loved it. I've heard great things.
I went to
Is
school
it-
with the lady who made it.
Really?
Yeah, I win.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you?
Her, it's
how does
based
it
on her
compare
brother Steven, who is my age, and he
How
looks
does it
exactly like the
compare
character.
to
what?
Phineas and Ferb though?
Oh, it's better. Yeah, it's better because Phineas and Ferb doesn't have an overarching story, and Steven Universe's overarching story.
Oh, but
like,
I love Phineas
cascade.
and Ferb so
Phineas and
hard.
Ferb is very good. Steven Universe is better.
Phineas and Ferb had one of the best endings I've ever seen of a cartoon. No, I'm sorry, one of the best endings I've ever seen of a show. Like it is so rare to.
I'm gonna
stick
put
the
this down.
landing. I'm sorry. Did you want to play a song?
Yes.
Did you want to play one of my songs?
What?
Now, see, what I think we should do is, for one of these, I don't play covers. You play too many covers. We should cover each other's song.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that.
I figured.
Yeah.
It's because you're not a fan.
Well, I'm
get
not
it.
gonna transcribe my stuff and give it to you.
Well, I wasn't going to ask you to do that.
Oh.
I would have figured it out on my own.
Okay.
I'm not completely without ability. I worked out.
You worked out?
No, no, no. Crackety poppity, ow, ow, ow. And before this, my doctor's like, "You're cleared for exercise." I'm like, "I bet I'm not fucking cleared for it now."
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to cancel
Water
that
aerobics.
I had a show. Actually, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I had a show that I was going to play tonight, and
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
I did tap out because it was the right thing to do. But it's bittersweet because I don't know that I'm going to book anything again anytime soon.
Huh.
The idea of being in a room around a bunch of people where knocking into each other is possible
Oh
is
yeah.
not on the table at the moment.
Yeah, I got into a car accident at the end of the year last year.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, it was devastating and very traumatizing for me. Anyway,
Sorry to
I'm
hear that.
fine. Anyway,
You seem fine.
Thanks. Anyway, so for like the first month and a half after that, I was scared to drive.
Yeah, it's scary.
But I fucking had to. But it was like every turn I made, I thought I was gonna get fucking T-boned.
when we
And I
went
still,
back-
it still pops up, but it's
I think
better
I
now.
told you when we went back to Baltimore, the night of my 50th birthday, when we came back to the hotel, conveniently placed within the block. I had such a horrible anxiety attack. It basically lasted for a month. And
Cool.
I came home and I played a show within that. And trying to go out and be among people was impossible. And I went and played music. That was the Why Does Anyone Play Music Ever show.
The beginning of that saga.
That was a part of that. So, like, the idea of, like, I don't know, because I firmly believe the strongest motivating factor in human existence is inertia.
Fucking oh.
It's inertia. It's not. You think it's fucking.
No, that's just the reason for technological advances.
Yeah.
Right.
That's for advancement.
Right.
But, like, the greatest motivating factor is inertia. Like, it turns out it's real easy to get used to not doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm great.
What's up, 2020?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I wouldn't even do fucking Zoom shows, bitch.
Oh yeah, I'd rather just like wallow in my own crapulence.
Yeah,
Just
like the reason the reason I have all these open mics now is so that I can keep that, momentum going. Is so that so that I don't just fucking collapse into a pile of just fucking flappy nothingness.
Flappy nothingness.
Because I have all my creature comforts, and like pot's about to be full ass legal, so I won't have to like go through a third party, and it's around.
You don't have to know a guy.
Chris, it's 2 blocks from my house. The dispensary.
So you could walk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, that I used to call that. That's moonwalking distance. Like you could moonwalk.
I could moonwalk there. I'd have to maybe take a break at the at the beer and
Annie,
wine
are you
store.
okay? Annie, are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Are you okay, Annie? No, that's why I'm getting. That's why I'm getting pot now.
Ooh,
That's why I'm
if
getting pot
it
now.
were. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I have a brain disease where I put things together. It's called
You mean
improvitis.
creativity?
Oh, that. Fucking Michael Jackson was going to be fucking Jar Jar Binks in fucking Star Wars Episode 1, and
What?
there's a great story behind how he found out he wasn't going to be Jar Jar Binks. There's a great story. I will tell it. Ahmed
Wait,
Best,
was he
Ahmed Best-
booked for the gig?
He was
and then he
it.
Wasn't?
Yes. He thought he had it in the fucking bag. He and George Lucas had a lot of talks in the 90s about him playing this fucking character. Anyway, little orphan Annie from fucking Star Wars, Annie, are you okay? And he was a smooth criminal because he was really good at dancing and also a pederast. So Ahmed Best is the guy who ended up playing Jar Jar Binks.
I am aware of that. And I'm
he's
sorry.
a great
does that mean,
actor.
as a side note, you did not watch the Chris Rock special?
Not
Is that
yet,
what
but
you
like
said?
I have to.
Yeah, there's a
Right?
bit
gonna have
there's
to.
a Michael Jackson bit because he is a black man of a certain age. But you'll see. I will
I'll watch
say
it. That'll be the last stand-up special I ever watch.
I will say not his
Gareth
best
Reynolds'
work.
special was pretty good though.
It's okay. I couldn't get through it.
I like
have-
him.
I like him very much.
He's
he is
great at
so
crowd
great
work.
on podcasts.
Yeah. hmm
Ooh, I just listened to him on something, and he was on Chris DiStefano's podcast.
I saw a clip of that on Instagram.
It's
and
good.
Where
It's
he
worth-
kissed him? Where they kissed on the mouth?
That I didn't catch.
Oh, well, he feels. I think he feels up his tits and kisses him on the mouth.
DiStefano has some issues, and one of them is
Is
he's
he a
not
big, handsome man?
He's a good-looking dude.
Is he kind of big though?
He looks like he's
Yeah,
bulky.
yeah. I saw. So
Yeah.
that's the clip I saw
But
where
he
Gareth
has,
felt his
like-
tits and then
he
Chris
has, like,
kissed Gareth and called him
deep,
Gary.
Yeah, he has deep insecurity. Well, the two of them have known each other for like 20 years. Those kind of, it's kind of like when you again.
I call him Gary too.
Yeah. But like going back, like if you have like a history with someone, even if you didn't always get along, like and I hate to invoke him as we do every time, but like Rob and I were not best friends ever.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. And we've become much closer in the last few years But just when you have that much mileage with somebody,
Absolutely. You just
You know.
slide into,
yeah.
yeah.
But like
it's
they
so
knew each other when they were young and
young
completely
comics,
unsuccessful.
young fucking LA. Was this when Gareth was still in Wisconsin?
I don't.
Did they come up in Wisconsin together?
That I don't
Okay.
think so, but they knew each other when they were much younger
Yeah.
and much less
I don't know
successful.
how long Gary's been in LA.
And DiStefano has some issues. Some
Like personality issues, like mental health
No.
issues, like
no, those are all me. No, he has what's problematic
oh, okay.
moments. But
Like
I will
most,
say,
half of male comics,
but no,
and like
not
25%
in a.
of female comics.
But honestly, yeah. But honestly, not in a like, not even in a like a bad boyfriend kind of way. Just in a like goes into areas where you probably don't need to talk about that. But
Oh.
comparatively, grading on a curve, he's fine. But
I'm sure it's just like it's a difference between something making you uncomfortable and something being
Not being
disqualifying
okay.
for
Yeah.
for consuming their output.
exactly.
And that's a conversation that is not had enough in the fucking discourse about
Yeah.
media.
Yeah, it's like you can't say anything you want. It's like no, say anything you want.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
It's like no, you can't assault people. You can't say anything anymore. You can't assault people anymore.
Right. And you can't use your power to fucking either gatekeep people at the, like be the bridge troll that stops them
Yeah.
from having a career unless they suck
Exactly.
your fucking dick.
Yeah, that's like and wait, I'm sorry. End paragraph, new paragraph. I just want to get some air between that statement and this statement, which is I had to have the what I call the second sex talk with my 13-year-old.
I see.
And what I said in that was he's like, my mother already was just trying all the stuff. It's like, no. That's not what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm here to tell you two things.
Yeah.
One, no matter what anybody says, you, her, or anybody else, wear a condom. And two, if you find yourself in the situation where some young lady, or 1 out of 10, young man, decides that they want to let you do this act with them, don't be a shit.
Right.
And best response ever. I said, don't be a shit. He looked up at me and said, were you ever a shit? and I said, no. It's like,
Lie to your children.
No, well, it wasn't even a lie. It was, no, because I followed it up. I went, no. I said, there are times I could have handled things better. Which is true.
Yeah.
But that is a separate
It's a different thing.
thing. Like, I was never actually a shit.
Right.
And I'm like, if somebody is kind enough to allow you to do this thing with you, be kind to them. You don't have to love them. You should like them.
Right.
And you, regardless of your personal emotional feelings toward this person, you should be kind. And
Because you're
be
both in a fucking vulnerable
caring.
position.
Yeah, I didn't say it, but it's like, because what you're doing is fucking weird.
It's weird. And everybody's
so
got
weird.
hang-ups about it. And like, it
And
is the
it's
most
so weird.
vulnerable, one of the most vulnerable. I feel very vulnerable on stage.
Yeah, but
at
there's
times.
nothing more
But, like,
vulnerable.
No, you're literally naked.
Yeah, and there's no, and you are, and not to put too fine a point on it,
It's
but
not
if
my kind of show.
if what we were talking about from that is like, if a person allows you to enter them, treat that with the kindness and appreciation and
Treat it like the gift it is.
the gift. That is the word.
Yeah.
Treat that like the gift it is, because it is a gift.
Yeah.
And
And this may be or maybe you've already covered this, but this is not something I was told, but I kind of gleaned it. They'll let you know they'll let you know if they want you to do stuff to them.
Oh yeah, they'll be very clear.
They'll be very clear.
Yeah, and there was Taylor Tomlinson.
Sometimes
had a
it will be very surprising because you're so used to just that not being the case.
That just not being on
But
offer.
no, like
when
anytime
it is
I've
on
ever
offer-
gone out of my way to pursue someone, it never ends up well. And so it's
if that person wants you to do that, they will make it very clear.
very clear. Very clear.
Very clear.
Yep.
And to quote Taylor Tomlinson, just remember that consent is a sound that she makes and not a feeling that you have.
Exactly.
it's
Wow, that
so
is so good.
Fucking true. No,
That's
it's
perfect.
Isn't that
That's
isn't that
perfect.
a beautiful?
Yeah.
Just a little jewel that you want to hold up
That's
and like
so good.
turn.
It should be crocheted in someone's kitchen on a wall.
Her work is glorious.
Yeah.
I don't recommend.
I've
many
only seen
stand-up
clips.
Specials.
I've only seen
Watch-
clips. But
She has
fucking
2
great shit.
specials on Netflix, and they are both sterling work. Sterling, like the writing is as good as it gets. The act outs are as good as it gets. Like somebody that young who has it put together that way.
Oh, I hate it. Rhea Butcher, or River Butcher now,
River
is
Butcher.
one who is just like Cameron Esposito is a fine comedian. Like she's
Wait,
great.
no. We might come to blows here because I saw the both of them back when River was Rhea and they were together. I saw them at the Auto Bar. And Rhea was then Rhea, dead name now, to be clear, was quite good. Cameron Esposito was revelatory.
When you saw the Butcher, as it were,
The butcher in question.
they had just started that year. If Cameron was playing the Auto Bar, was this like 2012?
No, it was a little after that.
Maybe like 2014, something like that.
Maybe around there. Butcher had been at it. That's a fair way to put it. Butcher had been at it for a few years.
I think that I think they started in 2012, like
But
started doing
Esposito
professional
was
gigs, and Esposito.
As good of a stand-up
She's
as
sharp,
I
man.
have
She's
ever
great,
seen.
and she's a great
She's
interview.
Amazing.
Yeah.
She's amazing and a fine writer.
I agree.
I have her
I didn't
book.
watch her show, their show that they had. Take My Wife.
I saw some of it.
I heard good things.
Esposito was quite good on Marin. I will say,
Of course, she was on that.
I
Of
am
course she was
so
on that.
glad that she mentioned at length in different parts of her stand-up that she was especially curvy because I was not prepared for what she looked like in person. That is a separate conversation.
That's interesting
Yeah,
because
will
I don't
say,
think about her like that.
No, not at all. But in person, that is a lot
Interesting.
of in
Is she
different
tall?
directions.
She seems
no,
like she's kind of
quite-
small. Yeah.
she's quite small, and she makes a point of that. Like she had to make sure that there was a table because she was small enough where people thought it was okay to pick her up.
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
What? What?
No,
Jesus
I
Christ.
made a point to shake her hand, to thank her for the show, and to keep the fuck away. You know, like there's a picture of me with Butcher and her and my lovely wife, and I am standing next to my lovely wife. Like I am not in their
you go.
dance space at fucking all. Because when you realize that no matter how you feel, no matter what you do, you still represent part of the problem, you know where to be. You just
Yas.
make room. That's where I learned.
Facts.
I'm like that interaction stayed with me for months. Like she talked to my wife, not to me. She made a point to talk to her, not to me. And like I'm a huge fan of this person, but she's talking to Oh, I see. Because everybody always talks to the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Like, it stayed with me for months. And in a good way. You must...
Shit you wouldn't otherwise think about.
Yeah,
And like it's
it's
shit
like-
that's worth thinking about.
And in the time and in the place for a white dude walking around, I was on very good behavior. like on the spectrum, but
Yeah, you're one of the good ones. Yeah.
But like, yeah, you're one of the good ones. But actually, that's like the fucking conversation. Do you know Georgie in Jessup, Maryland? It's Georgie Jessup. Sorry. Has like the great like house concerts in the basement.
No. Nobody tells me nothing. I only got invited to house concerts directly next door as of 6 months ago, and that's because I was playing in the show.
Congratulations.
So, with your friend Christian, with whom I'm playing a show May 6th at the Shipyard, baby. Amy will not be there. There was a miscommunication.
I love him so much. When
He's
you
so
see him,
cool, man.
please. He.
I
and
still
his
haven't
guy-
brought up that we know each other.
Oh, please do.
I
love
keep
him
forgetting.
so much.
I keep forgetting because I saw him a week ago at a show next
He
door.
and his guy were the reason we kept playing music for a while. They treated us the way.
So I have them. So I should
dream
take it up
of.
with them.
You really should. It's their fault. No, they are. We had one glorious day where we stayed over and we got to walk around and experience DC with them, and it was so fucking wonderful. I love them so much. I tear up if I think about them too.
Were you also on a bike? He's a big bike guy.
We were not biking. We walked. We
Okay.
walked everywhere, and it was beautiful. It was like
right.
a spring Sunday morning, and we're like, and we had to get back because we had something, maybe a child, maybe
Children?
not.
Yeah.
But no, this is a long time ago.
Okay.
But we're like, you sure? Because we're gonna bake this and do this and do this. I'm like, no, I don't want to go back. I want to stay here forever. Like I never felt.
Yeah.
felt
I
like
want to
this-
stay in Neverland again, not the Michael Jackson version.
No, it was so like I know there's joking and I know there's screwing around, but I never felt better about existing than I did around the two of them. Like
I
they're
can see
just
that.
as
Good
awkward
vibes.
as I can be and as bad as it can be around people, and it's bad sometimes. Like the two of them, I'm just like, oh, just love them
Yeah.
so much.
It's nice when you can find people where you're just like, oh, I can just exist
Yeah, like
around
going-
you. I don't
going
have
to
to
the-
like put on any sort of like, okay, I put it through this filter. There's a great arc in Community where Abed, the autistic character, Dan Harmon's kind of neurotic,
Pootie.
you know, yeah, Danny Pootie, fucking shit. Everybody on that show should have fucking won an Emmy, but that's a different fucking story. Fucking Gillian Jacobs. Oh my god.
She's so good in that.
She's so great. She's so Alison Brie. Oh my god. She's
Oh,
the Ass
Annie's
Crack Bandit.
boobs.
No, that's the monkey, baby.
I know.
What's that? Pearl is the monkey's name. Pearl.
Annie's boobs.
It's Pearl. You can't say that.
Agree to disagree.
There's you know the basically the holodeck that Abed has, where it's a room, the Imaginarium.
It's been a minute.
He has a room. Him and Troy go in the room and they do make 'em ups, and then Troy leaves and
Try
Annie
an Abed in the morning.
and Annie wants to come in and play, but Abed doesn't know that Troy is so accommodating, and so Abed has just been able to be himself, and so it's very complicated. Not
Do I
worth
need
it.
to just go back and watch all of the show? And then
You should
talk to you?
skip season 4. Yeah, maybe watch the Muppet one, but I don't know. I've only watched season 4 once, and it felt like
Wait, didn't Jim Rash write an episode in that?
fan fiction. Maybe, but like he wasn't
Jim
the
Rash
showrunner.
was a better writer than Dan Harmon.
That is debatable. It
He
depends
is
on
a-
it depends on what you like.
Well, obviously, he won an Oscar for his writing, so that
Yeah.
makes it better.
Dan Harmon won an Emmy for writing the Oscars.
Emmys don't
Fuck
count.
off.
He won an.
It may have been for the Oscars that The Descendants won in. It may have been the
But he
2013
won
Oscars.
He won an Oscar for writing the Emmys. What?
That doesn't make sense.
Didn't mean a thing.
If
Lost
it's-
City was wonderful, by the way. If you haven't seen it,
Broad City?
No. Lost City.
Oh,
Channing
no,
Tatum.
I did. Yeah,
Wasn't that? Yeah.
it's great. I love both
yeah.
of them. I love Sandra
Magic
Bullock,
Mike.
and I
Go
love.
back and watch Magic Mike.
I need
It's
to just
worth your
find a
time.
streaming service that has
Within
it.
the first 10 minutes, I was like, "Oh, he can act."
Yeah, he's
like
a good
that
actor.
that was when we
He's good
realized it.
in the fucking Jump Street movies. He's really good.
He is so great. The moment where he punches the guy in the face and everybody's like, "Whoa, that's not how we deal with conflict." Like,
It's really good. Dave Franco, who's Allison Brie's husband, which
Yes.
is weird. That's
he's
weird.
all up in the Brie.
Turns out he's the good Franco. Turns out he's the good
is
one.
James an issue?
He's an issue. Turns out Ben Affleck's the good Affleck. Turns out Casey also an issue.
Casey's an issue?
Turns out when Brie Larson had to present with him because they'd both won Best Actress and Best Actor the year before at the Oscars, she filed a fucking complaint with the Academy.
Shit. About James?
No, about fucking Casey Affleck
Casey?
because he has
Oh.
domestic abuse allegations against
Fucking-
him.
Although I will say, Allison Brie and Franco just wrote and put out a movie. They did great. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
They did a romantic comedy.
She's great in Glow.
She's great, but she's not. I enjoy her acting very much. She is a luminous presence. There's no question. I think she needs better writing around her.
Yeah, Glow.
Yeah. I didn't watch. Good?
Yeah, Glow's good.
I love Marin.
Yeah,
I love her.
He's great. She's great. The other Betty Gilpin, who is
Oh,
big
no,
time,
she's great.
big time crush.
But I will say, like Allison Brie and Aubrey Plaza.
Oh my god,
For me,
they're in a movie together.
yeah.
Where they
it's
play
a good
nuns.
Movie. Yeah.
The Little
she's
Hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
But Plaza's the best part of it.
Aubrey Plaza was just in The White Lotus. Did you watch that?
No, I heard great
It's
things.
so fucking good. Watch both seasons.
I will say, though,
it's an
the two of
anthology
them,
series about
It's
rich
not.
people.
I know they're not the same person.
No,
But I can't help but there's comparison because of their careers and their looks and everything. And Plaza makes much more interesting choices.
yes. Well,
like-
because she's trying to play against type,
Well,
whereas
she was
Allison,
Emily the Crimley.
Emily the Crimley, which I have in my that's another Netflix that I need to watch.
You should just go watch that.
Maybe
It
I
is
will.
worth-
I'm gonna pull it up on my queue because I
It's
think I need a
one-
palate cleanser from all that Moffat I just choked
I
down today.
don't want to oversell it because overselling it does it a disservice. But it is worth your time, and I will leave it.
No, I'm not gonna watch it. Why would I trust what you say?
me.
Did you
well,
watch
I'm not going to
the-
watch Parks and Recs, even though she's in that, because I can't
No,
watch fucking
You're
mockumentary
fine.
shows.
Watch The White Lotus. She's in season
I
2.
heard
She's
great
great.
things.
She's
She's great.
fantastic. And
Stroke survivor, by the way.
I know.
Yeah, had a stroke when she was 20.
Yeah, man. Which is fucking. That's got to be the scariest fucking thing
I
ever.
wonder how much that contributes to the deadpan thing.
I don't know because I saw her in Mystery Team, and I think that was before the stroke.
Mystery Team, is that the one with
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover? I haven't seen that. I saw that movie when it was called something else, and some other people. Janine Garofalo was in it.
Oh, where people it was a different thing where
Yeah,
people
it
were.
was-
Oh no, you're talking about Mystery Men. That's completely different.
No,
That's,
I saw it when it was that. But the Mystery Team though, isn't that where they have
Mystery
like
Team
try to be superheroes?
they were kid detective.
Isn't it?
Yes, Chris, you're absolutely right.
You
Good
know,
job,
I
you.
will
You
say-
win the
I will say
conversation.
the same thing to you that I said to the woman who I saw before my lovely wife. I appreciate you using my name. It makes it feel more personal.
People do actually feel that way
Which part?
about like, okay, well, if I say your name a lot, then you'll trust me more. So
Well,
now
that's a motivational top.
Oh, that's a
that's
fucking
the
what's his
thing.
name? The big mouth, big jaw, he can unhinge his jaw and eat a watermelon. What's his fucking name? Big misogynist, fucking Jordan Peterson style, like just piece of shit. What the fuck is his name? Not Tim Robbins.
Tig Notaro.
Tig Notaro. Let's cut her out of the movie. Let's put Crystalia in there.
I might fall over from that one.
Don't. Don't hurt yourself.
And you can just hear the sound of like glass shattering. I'm okay.
Now, this is a glass onion.
Yeah.
Now it's an onion inside of an onion, and it's a glass. Now I'll say, now it's an onion.
I'll say
Now I'll say, and it's made of glass. Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
Right.
Everything I have is
All right,
What'll be funny-
I'm gonna play a goddamn fucking
I don't
song.
believe you.
Piece of
No,
shit.
your guitar's facing the wrong way.
It's backwards.
I'm afraid you're doing it wrong. Just out of curiosity.
right?
Afraid. Blah, blah, blah. Just out of curiosity,
East.
is it as weird to you as it is to me when you see somebody play left-handed?
No.
weird to
Actually,
me.
yeah, a little.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little.
Because, like, if you play with somebody who's right-handed, you know, if you're, like, facing each other, your guitars are facing the same direction.
Right. I mean, it's only weird because it's aberrant. But then
It's only
when
weird. So what you're saying is it's only weird because it's weird?
No, it's only weird because you don't see it all the time. Is that what weird means? I thought weird would like had an off-putting connotation to it. Like Wednesday, which is also a fun Netflix.
I haven't
with
watched.
with the girl who is basically doing an Aubrey Plaza impression
She's the
in that
new
show.
Aubrey Plaza.
And
Have
you know
seen the
what?
two of them together?
Yes, they did. They presented an award at the
No.
IFC.
They're
Film
all doing
Award,
Janine
whatever it is.
Garofalo.
Yeah, no, they're all doing Daria.
Everything old is new.
Is Daria before
again.
Janine Garofalo?
They were concurrent.
Okay.
And she got interviewed for a Daria thing, and she's like, "No, people think I do the voice, but it's not actually me." She's like, "I can do the voice," and she perfect, like fucking like.
I love me
boom.
some Janine Garofalo.
Yeah.
Whenever
Well,
she
the-
pops up in a thing, I'm just like,
She's always great.
oh yeah,
She's always great.
that's right.
I love Janine.
I used to
and
get
there was
her
that
and Linda
moment where she
Cardellini
was
confused.
a movie star, where when Janine was a movie star, and they would like try to play her as like the ugly duckling, and everybody's like no, I want to be with Janine.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody loved Janine.
Yeah.
And honestly, like in 1998, I met a girl who was like low-key, deadpan, funny as fuck with long dark hair and pale. And that's the girl that I'm married to.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, you're Janine as shit. This works out really well. and she was like, yeah.
Well, you know,
Yeah, it turns out.
yeah. Sometimes it works out.
Sometimes it works out.
And sometimes I feel like in California.
What's happening?
In California.
I'm not
my
sure what's-
only friend. I'm gonna go to California and visit my sister. But I gotta do it before it gets too hot. She lives in Sacramento, so
You mean Sacramento?
yeah, Le Sacramento. Well, okay.
You know, I need
you
to
know
go
some
back
of
and
my
rewatch.
songs.
I do. I like your songs very much.
Do you
It
know
makes me-
what do you need to go back and watch, sir?
Oh,
Sir?
Just,
Excuse me, sir.
sorry.
Sir?
I'm trying to.
You're trying to cover that you're a man.
No,
It's
I'm
just
trying
like
to.
about-
I'm trying to see where exactly I can check my privilege. Like, does it go in my pocket?
Where'd I put
Go
it?
back here.
Where'd I put it?
Where should I check my privilege?
Covered in it,
Sir.
Yeah,
Sir.
covered in it,
Sir.
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 Excuse me,
Sir.
sir. I used to work with a gay gentleman who was like very like
gay
fucking
man?
over the top, like Queenie. Fucking great, Maddie. If you're listening, you're not. But you know, I miss you, bud. Back from the Republic days. Lived across the
Republic of
street from the
Tea?
bar, so he would stay till it closed and then go home.
Like in Tacoma? Like in Tacoma Park?
Yeah,
Republic?
Tacoma. Tacoma Park. That's why I didn't.
Yerk.
Park. That's why I didn't understand what you were saying. Anyway, he would just like
What you doing there?
whenever I. Oh no, nothing.
With your
probably
hand?
It's probably liquid.
Are you tapping a thing into another thing?
Yeah, it's probably liquid.
What is it that's happening?
Anyway, so he would do
confused.
the sir. He would do the sir bit that
Sir.
I just aped from him. Yeah. So sir, excuse me, sir, and I'd be like, oh, no, I didn't. He's like, sir, excuse me, sir. It's fun. It's cute.
Oh,
We were
I
cute
enjoy
together.
it. Yeah, sure. I have a question in the back.
MSNBC.
White fella in the back.
No,
White fella in the
fake
back.
news. White
fella.
guy. Okay, yeah.
I'm like-
You.
I'm like,
Shut up,
finally.
black people.
Finally, a white man
Ugh,
gets
a
to
real
say
journalist, a
what
credible
he
journalist.
means.
He's got the flannel and everything. Just like gushing, just a full-bodied privileged
So you ever
orgasm.
just like,
oh shit,
finally? You ever see?
you're going full Russian.
Oh no, I'm going full like Davy Jones's locker in
Pirates, in the Pirates movie.
of the Caribbean. Like,
Okay. Oh, hold on. I got that. I got a Bill Nighy impression.
and then watch this. Wait, this, and then
Do you feel
it's like it
death?
never happened.
Oh no! And now
I know.
you're
I know. Dull.
You're just it's you. Here you are.
No. The beard
Do
is
you-
my personality.
Do
That's all I have.
feel death? Remember when he played the organ with his little tentacles?
Nope.
Oh, he played the organ with his little tentacles.
Nope.
No, he did. Yeah,
Nope.
it was a bad movie.
Nope. Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Improv.
which movie is it? It's not the first movie.
It's the second one.
Yeah,
and
because
the
the
third
first
one.
movie was good.
It's the second one and the third one, and then he sort of comes back in the post credits for the fourth one. Then it turns out it was Orlando Bloom.
And then
And then they were rebooting it with Margot Robbie instead of Zoe Saldana, whose character was in the first one, and she could just be the new Jack Sparrow, and she's
That'd be
an action star, and
Is
like
she
she
in-
already
is she in
works
the
for
first
Disney on 2 franchises. So what the fuck are you doing? Not using
whoa,
Zoe
whoa,
Saldana.
whoa!
Chris,
Bring it
what are
down.
you doing, Bob Iger?
I was not in the movie.
Yeah, but you were in the room where it happened.
Like, motherfucker. I
That's
still
a good
can't
song.
believe. Yeah, it's a great song. I still can't believe you haven't watched. Like it is hands down the best.
I'm gonna watch it. I've been giving myself some space because
It's
like
worth your
for
time.
those first like 2 or 3 years where the musical was out, I was going up and down from New York like twice a month. So like I would go through
so you couldn't get away
Weehawken into the fucking thing. So I was listening to it while going up 95, while coming through the fucking the Holland Tunnel and all that shit, or the Lincoln Tunnel.
Yes.
Lincoln Tunnel, yeah, Weehawken.
Lincoln.
And that's where he was shot, in Weehawken. And there's like a high school like right on the hill, like, you know,
Also, but you were going through that while it was a
on
thing,
Broadway,
right?
while
Yeah.
Lynn was still playing Hamilton.
I am, and again, this is a generational difference. But I was old enough that I kind of went, and I didn't like really hear it. Like I heard people talking about it,
Oh well,
but
I
I
was.
didn't have much to do with it at all.
He was a
didn't-
big podcast fan, and so
Oh, no.
he kind of leaked into podcasts.
I heard
and
him on
I
some
was-
things. I'm like, he seems like an interesting guy.
It was
but I
just
had
a
no
perfect
interest in the show.
confluence of yeah. No, I
didn't
didn't
hear
think
it.
I would either, and then
I
I
didn't-
just
I didn't hear
it was
any of the
jibba jab jibba jab.
jibba jabba, jibba jabba. I didn't hear anything from it. I didn't hear any of it. Mm-hmm. I heard about it, and then my older kid got super into it somehow, and I wasn't aware of it. And then they put it on Disney Plus, and I'm like,
Wow,
and I'm
it
like,
took
this
you
is
till
a,
2020 to
Oh,
like,
yeah.
experience it.
and my reaction,
Experience it.
yes, but my reaction was, this is a little overlong. I got kind
It's
of
very
bored.
long.
And then I was like, oh, this seems pretty good. And then I was like, this is fucking amazing.
And then have you watched it again?
I watched it so many times.
Okay, because like the first go round through, even if you do, this is a musical where, unlike Groundhog Day or like a Dear Evan Hansen or even Waitress, where
I
it,
haven't seen Dear Evan Hansen yet. Is it good?
no,
Really?
the stage show is okay. There are a couple songs in there that are fucking like crackers.
heard
The
one-
guy
I
who
heard-
the guy who arranged it is the guy who arranged Hamilton. Alex Lacamoire.
Oh,
So,
he is fucking
the
brilliant.
orchestration and the you know the all that shit is fucking
His work
hitting.
is
And the
fucking
songwriting is
amazing.
the guys who worked on Smash. Pasek and Paul. They did another musical that I can't fucking
Smash?
think of. Yeah, Smash the show with Catherine McPhee and the aforementioned Jeremy Jordan,
I'm
who
unfamiliar.
was the star of Waitress for a bit. We're just fucking.
Did they do a filming of Waitress yet?
No, we've talked about that. No, they haven't, and now it's not on Broadway, but it'll probably come back in a few years.
Get on that shit.
Okay, I'll tell her. I'll be like, hey
fix it.
Sarah, tell Johnny
Fucking
Broadway to fucking
Johnny
get on it.
Broadway. Johnny Broadway. No, but I did not know it at all. And I went from, I don't know what this is, fine, I'll watch it, to, it's a little long, to, this seems pretty good, to, this is fucking amazing, to having to go to the other side of the house because I watched it every day and I had to go weep quietly watching the second act on the other side of the,
second
house
act
so as
is
not
like
to wake
the first
rest
act
of my
is
child.
fucking good.
It's two different shows.
It's really good, but the second act, well, it is two different shows because like the cast literally changes. The only people that stay the same are Eliza, Hamilton,
I thought it was
and
amazing how
Washington.
they did that. I didn't pick up on that happening the first go round.
Exactly.
Because
The second run through is like
Because
fuck.
the
It's
guy-
so well written. It's so well. It shows. I understand why he took 8 years to write it.
no,
It
he
makes
put the
total
work
sense.
in. He
When
said, like
the first
he
time
said-
I heard about it was on fucking he did a song for Puerto Rico because they'd been hit by that hurricane.
he said In the Heights was his 20s and
In the
Hamilton
Heights is
was his
hard
30s.
to get through.
Yeah. In the Heights it's a fun movie to watch.
Sure, I don't know. I can't like
Movie's okay.
He peaked. I don't
It's
know
just
that he
not as
peaked
good of a
at
show.
Hamilton. It's just like Hamilton. I think he did basically what I said Stephen Moffat did with season 5 of Doctor Who, his first season show running, which is what it is. Where he spent his whole life basically writing that musical.
Yeah.
You
he
would
did.
think that like In the Heights, since it's his first thing, he would have put more of it into that, but I think he
Well,
was
to be
saving
fair,
shit. I
In
think
the
he-
Heights,
and he
he
didn't know what he was
started-
doing. It seems like he
No.
was feeling around in the dark
And
a bit.
well, that was his college musical. He wrote it in
I
college.
didn't. Oh fuck, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. That's
he
why it was a
started
fucking
writing
big
it in
deal.
college,
Yeah.
Which when you go from like fuck, like if you go from like the specter of like it's coming from like you started writing this when you were like 19, like that's pretty fucking good.
It's pretty good.
But like it's not Hamilton.
No, because
But
it's,
I will
because,
say, well, two things. One, who's the guy who has the great gruff voice in the first act, and then he goes on and he plays the which I wrote guy in the second act.
Oh my god. The
That-
unsung hero of the cast.
that
Honestly, he's the
actor
only
is
one
the
that
one-
hasn't gone on to like some Hollywood shit.
But he was the one who I
he's the
didn't
guy who
pick
plays
up.
Madison, and he's the guy who plays
Yes.
not Lawrence, but the other guy in their crew of like 4 dudes.
The guy who's fucking amazing, who just comes in at a
So
moment.
Good. His voice
Yeah.
is so fucking good. I forgot. See, so now I'm gonna go. So now I'm gonna
that
watch
about-
that shit on Disney Plus.
And he's on the Disney Plus one. And
Yeah,
he
they're
was
all
the
in
one.
it.
He was so great.
Wait, wasn't the one of them was replaced, right? One of the sisters, I think, was replaced, but otherwise everybody was the same from the
I
Broadway
think so.
version.
Yeah, but I will say,
was Ariana
he-
DeBose in it?
DeBose was in it. She
Okay,
played the
so she
bullet.
replaced somebody.
She
Yeah.
played the bullet in the second act.
Oh, I
but-
think she replaced the girl who was in Umbrella Academy.
I can't answer that, but I will say that guy we were talking about, who we can't remember who he played in the
remember his
first
fucking
act,
name.
he was so great and so different that I didn't pick up it was the same guy until a
I
few
keep
viewings.
forgetting that the first time you experienced it was watching it, which is like such a different way. Because like what
I
I
never
did was
listened to it.
what I did was like he showed up on John Oliver doing that song about Puerto Rico, but the introduction to that was when he went to the White House in 2010,
Which I have seen since.
Yeah.
and they laughed.
and
at
they
first.
laughed, and then 2 minutes in, everybody shut the fuck up.
Have you watched when the whole cast fucking came back to the White
Yeah,
House?
it was good. It was a good
No,
performance.
it's wonderful.
It's great, but it
fucking
wasn't as
wonderful.
like much of a fucking moment.
And who
as
the
that,
guy who
as that
played
first one was.
not Hamilton, the guy who played the other guy, Burr. The guy
Burr?
who,
Leslie Odom Jr., who's the best,
most
who won
beautiful
the fucking,
man
who won the Tony, and
in
yes.
all of shows.
Yeah, no,
But,
and
like,
his voice is great, and he's great in Person of Interest.
and he's fucking going for it, like at the White House.
No, that's
He's
why I think
"We're
like
in
Wait
the
for It
fucking
is.
White House.
Yeah,
and there's
wasn't
a moment.
that the Hamilton song?
Wait for it. It depends. Don't
No,
they?
no. I
work
think
their
it
way
was
through
the. Well, they did 3.
Yeah.
I can't remember which 3.
In
My Shot
any
was one of
case, the moment where he's fucking going for it, and you see David Diggs, who is also a fucking national treasure.
them. All of them, the entire
Like,
cast.
but he's
is
like,
great.
he's watching him. I'm like, and he's like this. He's like, you're fucking going. He's like, you know, he's like every moment he's like pushing him with his shoulder from the distance, like you're gonna fucking, and it's just beautiful. And even the band, like the bands in shows are just
No, that's next level shit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I don't think you get better than like a Broadway pit.
and you're not wrong that that Miranda is the least talented as a performer.
But he's talented.
very talented.
He's very charismatic.
He's standing next to people who he has no business standing next to, except for the fact that he wrote the show. The fact that he holds up okay is a glorious achievement.
Yeah.
Because
He shouldn't have been nominated for a fucking Tony.
the
But
fact
like
that fucking like David Diggs and the name you just said, that
Leslie
just
Odom
went right out
Jr.
of my head.
and Christopher Jackson
Yeah.
and even Anthony Ramos, who plays
Fucking-
Lawrence and plays
no,
his son.
You stop right now. Christopher Jackson.
Christopher Jackson is a fucking monster.
Fucking when he
should be
does
arrested.
that song,
He should be arrested.
You tell them
He's too big and beautiful and listen to his goddamn voice. Yeah.
His voice.
I think he might be
That
the
was
best.
the thing.
Him and Leslie Odom Jr. and
He
Renee
has-
Elise Goldsberry are probably the best vocalists in the show.
out
And
of the
Philippa
men
Sue.
is a separate thing. Out of the men, because the women's voices are there's no. It's almost not fair.
Like
to the
even
guys.
even Peggy, who ends
Yeah.
up playing the woman
and
that he has an
Peggy,
affair
who
with.
plays the hua, and she's great, and she gets to use her real voice in the second act.
I know.
I wasn't ready for that either.
It's good, right?
She's the other one I didn't put together. It was the same person for a minute because that good of an actor.
Yeah.
Two different singing voices.
I mean, look,
and
man,
Peggy
I have
and
no
Hua.
problem with the writing
Wait.
or the
No, before
construction
you
of
do
the
that,
show.
Before you do
All of
that,
that. It's fucking
Christopher
great.
Jackson, fucking national treasure. Like when he show them how to say goodbye, and that was the one where I would just go. I would go in this room, which is the other half of my house. I would just come over here and just weep watching it on my iPad.
My
It was just
weepy moment
amazing.
was when the son gets killed in the duel, and the Stay Alive is like
Oh,
in
and in the fucking park.
and-
after he's dead and she's left him.
Yes.
And he's walking through the park and they're talking about, and Renee Elise Goldsberry is singing about him being a motherfucker.
yeah no.
And-
So imagine how like this musical is very good. It's a very good show. It deserved
Wow.
all the awards.
Very good. Don't hurt yourself.
Excellent. I'll even put out an excellent. I won't say it's perfect because of the actual.
There is no perfect show.
There's underlying shit, but like from the book to which is the entire. It's an opera. It's an opera because the entire thing is sung. So
It's sung through. Yes.
you can tell how great this show is because I listened to it and I got it.
There's a whole thing
there's-
about
there's-
that. You should check out the book on Hamilton.
Yeah, no,
It's
when
worth
you
your
brought that
time.
up, it's like, okay,
And-
well, I'm not going to buy it, but I'm going to go to the library and see if they have it.
And there's a whole thing about like Questlove, who is like one of these people
drummer.
who's just connective tissue to so many things.
Yeah, he's you half of his pictures half of the pictures that I see him in is like John Mulaney with his arm around him backstage at a New York
find
show,
him-
or like Martin
Yes.
Freeman on
Yeah.
Broadway or some shit.
See, I find as a drummer, I find him kind of dull.
Yeah, I
But
find
as an arranger and producer, he's
look,
pretty
man,
great.
He arranged. Yeah, the Roots' music
Yeah.
is one of the best parts of their thing. Like Black Thought is one of the best rappers
Yeah.
that's ever
He is
happened.
fucking. Did you watch the 50th anniversary thing on the Grammys?
No, because I don't care about award shows. That's a Rachel
Neither
Bloom
do
song.
I. But I heard about it, and then I saw a couple of clips, and
this
then
is
I went
great.
and found it on Paramount Plus, and like fast forwarded to it, and he's fucking amazing. And fucking Plug One shows up, and they do like a De La Soul bit, and I got so sad because Pos died. That record meant a lot to me when it came out. 3 Feet High and Rising. I was 16 when it came out. They did it when they were 19. So these were other teenagers making a record I couldn't believe. Are you okay?
Yeah. You know how
having an
there's like
issue?
the little harness thing
Do I need
for-
to play a song? Actually, I wasn't going to play a song except that on our last one, you referenced a song of mine that I played one time and never played again, and I think I know which one it
Okay,
is.
good. Fuck. Because I like that's so we always touch on shit that we don't ever fucking get back to because this is a tangent-free zone and everything's fine and we're
Tangent-free
mentally
zone. Tangent-free zone.
this is a tangent-free zone.
If you could just raise your sound
Move along. This is a tangent-free zone.
and take a song.
Doors closing.
What word did you just say?
Now this train is an express. That's a great John Mulaney bit.
And this train is bound for glory? Because you don't decide the shit that comes into your head.
We are now on a highway to hell. Next stop, the Ninth Circle.
No. No.
No.
No.
Hey. Goodbye. Okay. Let's see if you can pull that song up.
Wait. No,
Wouldn't it
was,
be great if I fucking cut the fucking broadcast? I do want to hear the song, so I'm not going to do that. I want to encourage you to do this more often. I'm just hearing the strings. There we go.
Living easy.
I'm
free.
a guy who's the guy who is also a guy. That's me. Getting easy, getting by. That's that song from the Crazy Ex-Girlfriend show.
I gotta rewatch that show because it's on Netflix. So I don't have to watch
Yeah, it is, and I just watched it, and it holds up from
I
3
never
years ago.
finished it. I never got
You
to
didn't?
finish it.
Oh, the ending is amazing. Oh fuck yeah, no, I
And
that's
I've never
up there.
finished The Good Place either, and I've heard such good things.
It's
about
better
how
than
that
The Good
ends.
Place. I think Crazy Ex-Girlfriend to me is up
Well, the
there
music's certainly better.
with yes. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend is up there with like Breaking Bad for me with like all time.
Which I have also not finished, although my 13-year-old is all about it now.
It's
watching
terrific.
It without me.
It's
I'm
great.
like, I don't know how I feel about you watching that.
Better
show.
Call Saul is really good.
I've heard great things about that too.
Yeah, but Breaking Bad is a perfect show.
I've heard such
There's
good
not a
things.
dud among the bunch of
Not a
episodes.
dude among the flarps. It is actually, and this is saying something. I found this show too dark for me.
It's rough. You know what it took for me to be able to stomach that show, like on a just without having to be,
Chemicals?
prepare for it. No, COVID, not catching COVID, which I did.
Did you
no.
catch the COVID?
Oh, before everybody knew that it was a thing.
You knew you had COVID before
I got it.
anybody.
I got it before it was cool. I caught it in January, and I was fucking out. Like it was.
So you had it the flu.
rough. What?
So I think I know which song you mean. Do you
I
want me to
hope-
play the song?
Yeah, because like people. Here's a hint. If maybe if, I give you context and maybe you're wrong, huh? But people like made like a kind of a bit about it, and
About my song?
yeah, about
Who
like
are these people?
in the chat. And then you proclaimed that you were never gonna play the song ever again.
Yep, this is that song.
This is that song? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because I really do like it. And I've
Do you want me to play it?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Tell me why you look so down now that you finally come around. There's something dragging on you. Is this your first time, that is? Wondering how you got to this. I know what that can do. Don't know why you're worried. Get in that last flame. It's only the end of everything. Does it help to think of God? Something else, immense and flawed, if so. Who cares if it's true? Maybe not. Prefer to think it's all lost and unsure. That's fine. Works out for you. Don't know why you're worried. Grab on and wait for the sting. It's only the end of everything. So just in case I forget or haven't said it enough yet, so long. Thanks for the regret. Don't know why you're worried. You can make it sing or cry, thrash and sting. The bright side I can bring. I ordered onion rings. It's only the end of everything.
I like it, man.
Thanks. Is that the one? Was that right?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
When I was going through the book to practice for the show that I ultimately didn't play, that was one that I was like, I came to that, and I'm like, oh, that's the one he was talking about.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
Thanks,
I
man.
love that you I love that you order onion rings, because, like, fucking, all right, who gives a fuck about
Why wouldn't you?
cholesterol?
Sure. At this point?
I mean, you know, in this economy, and that's how I feel about a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
like, all right, well, I'm not going to mince words with you, or, you know, or, like, I'm not going to go to this thing, or
Yeah.
even act like I'm going to go to this thing.
No.
Because we don't have time.
No.
We don't have time.
No.
So,
No, that's funny. No, because I was, and thank you. I was
that's good
going
stuff.
through the book, and I had
hey,
this,
hey, hold on.
Yeah?
I do like your music, by the way.
Oh, thank you. And
I don't know if you knew that. Because
No,
I'm,
we've
you know,
talked about it.
I'm a little fucking goblin boy, and I'm like, "Ugh, what
The hell you
ugh."
say.
Yeah.
I figured that if you didn't, you would
We
never ever
we probably
ask me.
wouldn't be doing this.
No.
If I didn't,
And
because
if
there's
we
always the
did, and if we but if we did this and you didn't, you'd be like, you know, I really enjoy your hosting. Why don't
That's
you
true.
just host
because
things and I'll
I
play?
wouldn't lie to you.
Nah, there's no
Because
point
it
to
takes
that.
too much energy to
It's
remember
so much effort
to
But,
remember
we've
the
also
lies.
It's like I don't love all of anybody's music ever, but I enjoy your music very much.
Yeah, you've yet to play a song where I'm like, I could have gone to the bathroom.
Yeah. No, I know I'm decent at it. You know, I
I figured you wouldn't have kept doing it.
No,
if you didn't,
I do
if you
that.
didn't think it. You
No,
know.
I have an idea. I don't have any Cinderella sometimes is in my book.
Susan Rowe is an anomaly.
That's not fair.
There are a few anomalies, where you're like, okay, so I shouldn't, right?
Yeah, there's no reason. Yeah, there's no.
And there's
reason.
a few local kids around here who will
Yeah?
who will sometimes like do a set where I'm just like, okay, so why do
Why
I
play music?
think
Why am I-
I have a couple open mics to host this week,
Yeah.
but I think I'm just gonna shoot myself in the fucking face.
I have for a small
Not
town.
in the head, in the face, like in the cheek.
Yeah, sure.
Like
yeah. Why
Lim
wouldn't
from
ya?
fucking from.
How does this
fucking
relate to
The
music?
Shield. What are we talking about?
We just
They shot him in the face.
do it at the same time. Sure. Throw the grenade in the car.
It was so fucked up. Shane. Walton
Fucking
Goggins.
shame, man. Walton Goggins. Go
fucking
back
great.
and, when you get Paramount Plus again or whatever it is. Watch The Unicorn again. 2 seasons. Good stuff.
You seen the Righteous Gemstones where he plays Uncle
haven't.
Baby Billy? Oh, okay.
I haven't. Oh, and as far as the music thing goes, we were talking about. I have a couple of friends here who, for a small town, like I'm like, wow, you should not be here. Like you should go there. Like you should go out
At
there.
least go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like that. And that actually dovetails into our previous conversation thing about writing music and why bother. Because there's way too much music in the world. So I'll be like, it seemed like every open mic I'd go to or every live stream I'd be on, people would be like, yeah, I write these songs, I do this, and you can find me here, you can do this, and out of 30 people, maybe one of them you'd want to go check out. But for the most part,
Yeah.
So I've played.
It's an open mic. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but I've played open mics and I've come off stage and somebody will be like, "Hey, I like your music." Like, thanks. Like, what's your name, Chris? It's like, where's can I find your music somewhere? Like, yeah, it's online. And I was like, there's plenty,
Yeah.
But that was the thing. Like, I fight with that because some people are like, I can't, I have blocks or I can't write songs. Like, I don't have that problem. I just, what I have, my block is the futility of any effort whatsoever. And when I get past that a little bit, then I write a whole bunch of shit. And otherwise, I'm like, well, why do anything ever under any circumstances? Like, that's my block.
Yeah.
Like I've got enough ideas till the end of time. I've got enough trauma and things to poke through, and that's never been a problem, not since I grew up. Like when I was 19 and trying to think of things, it's like, well, I don't understand how the form works. But now I know how it works. I get the notion. It's like you push the music, and you do this. And
Right.
it's fine.
You rub them together, and
Yeah.
then you get the chocolate and the peanut butter. And
The
then
weird thing is sometimes,
hokey pokey.
yeah, the same amount of effort will go into something that gets pushed together and it's rancid and awful, or it's just, or even worse, it's not horrible, it's just there.
Fine. It's just
fine.
a song. You wrote
And-
a song,
and
and
what
it'll
is
fill the
worse?
time in a
And
3-hour
what is
set,
worse
I
than
guess.
fucking that? Like, who cares?
Nothing.
There's-
To me, nothing. That is what scares me the most. That is what bars me from writing,
Uh-huh.
and that is my fear about the last song I wrote. Is
But
that
see-
it's not. People tell me it's good because there's some vocal bullshit in it, and like the music is nice, and I play it on keyboard, so like I can fuck around.
You have those abilities, like you.
Right, I
you
can
have
fill
an
the
ex-
space, but
you
I
have
don't
an
know if the
exceptional
writing
voice.
is fucking good, and that's
Yeah.
all I give a shit about.
Exactly. That's all that matters. I've had some very interesting exchanges with Heather Lloyd. She's an interesting prickly pear, but we
I love
share
that
certain
girl.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
She's fucking great.
Yeah, she's as good as it gets. On the right night, she's as good as it gets.
Like fucking Diane Keaton.
when I fucking right, and I had
Is that
But-
her? Is that
yeah,
the
sure.
movie she's in?
Yeah, she's
Okay,
in a
and Jack
bunch of
Nicholson?
movies. She's in a bunch of movies.
I know. Shut up. Keep going. Heather Lloyd.
But in any event, like one of the most surprising compliments I ever got was to find out she was a fan. Like
yeah.
quoting songs to me, and like I'm like, you know how that goes, And I'm like, okay. And she happened to catch me on a night where I could handle it, as opposed to, and I was just like, I appreciate that. At this point in my life, I'm just trying to make as straight a line to the point as possible.
Yeah.
You
That's
know? And
me too, man.
Yeah. All
The
I'm trying
path
to
of
do at
least
this point-
resistance.
yeah.
Be
I'm
like
just
water.
I'm just be like water. Just get there. Like all the side things and the showing how many chords it doesn't mean anything. You know, the impressive stuff is fucking Fortunate Son is 4 chords. Like
Right.
There are
Free Fallin' is 3 chords.
No, I
and it's-
hate that song.
And it's
That's a
look,
separate
man.
thing. I fucking hate Tom Petty. He is a hack.
Well, he's dead, so you win.
Yeah. Get hacked. I won. No, I'm sorry.
Hold on,
He
hold on.
Hot take.
Hold on.
You
Did
caught
he die
yes.
from cancer?
No, he died from drugs in his
Ow,
60s.
boo!
Like a
Oh,
dumbass.
well, you know what?
Yeah.
Good innings. And he got out
Sure.
because it was 2016. And
It's
that
time
was
to die. He didn't want to. He didn't
there.
want to.
You know what? And then after that, there was no time to die.
Yeah, exactly. I will say, I am not made of stone. American Girl is as good of a song as there's been in the last 40 years. But otherwise, I just thought he was kind of eh. But again, I thought he was fine.
I
And you
think
know how I feel about
Imagine as a song is fine.
Imagine
it's-
by John Lennon.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's 2 chords.
Yeah. No,
And
it's a good song.
And people fucking love it.
It's a good song.
As far as songs that John Lennon has written, it's
Yeah.
good.
It resonates with people. I mean, Working Class Hero.
And you know the fact that it was
you ever hear
written
Tin
in
Machine's version of Working Class Hero?
No.
It's glorious. Tin Machine is a slept-on era of Bowie. It's as good of a band as he had had since the Spiders from Mars. Yeah, I fucking said it. And the reason that I bring it up is because I one of the rare times I was on Twitter years ago before this recent shit happened, I posted something about that, and Reeves Gabrels, the guitar player from Tin Machine, liked my tweet.
Oh man, that was my favorite thing about actually being on social media.
Yeah.
Was like I would fucking tweet, like I would tweet about this podcast, about this song that I'm about to learn, and I think I'm gonna record a video doing like a bunch of harmony stuff because that's what they do in the song. Anyway, with Paul F. Tompkins is on it, Paget Brewster's on it.
Paul F. Tompkins.
Paul
A
Tompkins.
Puma.
Yes.
Fucking the way that bit with her and him as the takeoff on the Thin Man, and fucking wait until you hear how they played the drunk couple.
Yeah,
who did,
no,
like,
that's the
Supernatural.
podcast.
Yes,
That's the Thrilling Adventure Hour.
Thrilling.
I'm playing
Which-
I'm gonna learn a song from that. Mark
Which
Evan
song?
Jackson plays a cowboy Marshall
No.
on Mars.
I know.
Yes, Sparks, Nevada. Yes, I'm gonna play.
Yes.
I'm gonna
I
play,
know.
I'm gonna play right along Sparks, Nevada.
I don't think I know the song,
It's great.
but I will say
Jonathan
there-
Colton helped write it.
well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's an interesting one.
He's great.
He is
He wrote that
really
Portal
great.
song. That's really good.
Fucking Tom Cruise crazy.
Yeah,
and
and then Glee
fucking-
stole his arrangement for a thing. Talk about a
Yeah.
jukebox musical, huh?
And fucking no, when he did "I Crush Everything," that one broke my heart. That
know,
is a
see.
beautiful song. Yeah.
You know say.
Oh, you don't know that one?
You know say.
Oh, it's glorious. Just find Joko Looks Back, and it's a collection of like the best out of that pile of songs he wrote, and it's about a giant sea creature that can't be loved because it's too big and it breaks everything. I Crush Everything by Jonathan Colton. And I got into him through the Nerdist podcast.
Me too.
I heard him from that, and I
Yep.
went to his website, and I
And
got
then
a free
stopped
song.
listening
and-
to the Nerdist podcast.
and
By
then
the way,
I-
it was Helen Hunt in As Good as It Gets.
Hey,
Helen
you can go
Hunt.
to you can go to Helen Hunt. That's a Red Skelton joke from long before she was a
Red
person.
Skelton. Speaking of Red Skelton, have you seen Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
I've never seen. Is it good?
You know, it really is. Like, the story's good. The performances are fucking, like, Alex Borstein.
I heard wonderful things. Alex Borstein. Is so
talk
great.
about a national fucking treasure.
She's a gem.
Like, you know, she was one of the best parts of Mad TV. Mad TV had some of the best
I
people
never
on it,
watched
and the
Mad
worst,
TV. Did I miss
some
out?
of the worst writing, but some of the best comedic performers.
I
The
didn't know it.
performers per capita on Mad TV
It had some great people.
better than SNL. They're second only, I think, to like besides the Kids in the Hall and the State, which like all of them got famous and stuff. You know,
Wait.
in
You
living
invoked
color.
them. I'm sorry, you invoked them, so I have to say it.
Okay.
$240 worth of pudding. State? Really? Oh, I
can't do it.
it's the squishy
This sounds like
bones.
something else. Oh,
It's the squishy bones that make it work so well. You want to go next level?
no! Stop! I can
No, but the
fork my
fact-
tongue.
Going back, really? Oh my!
I guess I can't anymore.
Going back though, the fact that Heather liked songs and could quote them, I wasn't ready for, because I don't. We talked about songwriting, and she builds fucking skyscrapers.
No,
Like,
she
fucking-
builds realms. That's what the fuck she does. Like she will, yeah. It's just like, you know, the best songwriters I think will be able to take 2 minutes to 5 minutes and just like condense a
world.
universe
Yeah.
down to that.
That fucking-
and that is
know
a
that song, Are
fucking
You Lost?
superpower.
You know that song "Are You Lost"? Of hers?
Of Susan's or of Heather's?
Heather's. "Are You Lost"? It's the one about being in the woods. Ah, yeah, it's a beautiful song. And coming
Maybe I
upon,
should
like,
throw a
a
link
younger
in for
version
that.
of yourself. I wept.
Is
to
it a
in my
solo
kitchen.
or is it an Iliami?
It's a solo song, and it's glorious. She has a demo of it on her site, and when we did the live from the Lair at her house, she was so kind, and she played that song, and I sat on the, and I did the version. I did the pre-Kaepernick version of "I Took a Knee," in that I just had to sit on the fucking ground and listen to her play it because I couldn't stand and listen to it.
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful. And I'm like, and here's one of my stupid songs.
Yeah.
You know, and but the worlds that she builds, and what I do is so different because it's like you don't hear the ones I don't like, but
Wow.
they're all built the same way. I get a phrase, and then things start happening.
That's, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Do you, so do you, now we're getting into the shit. Do you, this may be our longest one because I'm about to take us down a fucking road. Do you have somewhere to be? Should I like?
I mean, I'm already in my house. I mean, I live here. Name's on the mortgage.
Okay.
It's okay.
Boy, in this economy.
At
Yikes.
some point, we got in before things got fucking nuts.
I know, man. I
So,
know.
like,
I know.
7 years
Yeah.
ago,
We
yeah.
talk about like when you moved up there, and
Yeah.
it's just like, what are you? 6 years now?
7.
7, as of like this week, right? A week ago.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. January.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
a month or so.
Okay.
Yeah, but like like, and we got in right, and we got in on a great street. We got on a house they were trying to get rid of. We got like a hell of a deal.
Hell
like
yeah,
it's like we got right in, and like you see, like our house is already worth way more. Like it's like, yeah, we slid in. We got real lucky.
That's a literal in this economy.
Yeah.
That's like
It is.
literally in this economy. Yes.
Unfortunately.
That's
so you were, but you were saying getting into the stuffs.
yeah, we're getting it. Yeah, we're at the stuff. Thank you. Language. So I've been writing for a while.
Yes. Aren't you working on a musical of some kind?
I am.
That's the aim, isn't it? Ultimately, like you want to be able to tie
I
things.
want
together
it to
into
be a
narrative.
stage show. Like I know
Yeah.
a lot of stage people. I
Yeah.
know a stage producer who worked at Arena.
Sure, my
who
mother
worked
owns
at
an orchestra.
Kennedy
Let's
Center.
put a
I
show
know.
on. Sure.
The bandmate we talked about last time, Zach Parkman. Shout out to Zach. Hey, leave your
Pax
wife for
Arkman.
me, Zach. His wife that he's gonna leave for me eventually.
Pax Arkman.
Is it Pax Arkman? Oh man, that's so good.
Isn't it?
In my phone, he's Zach Pac-Man, but
It's
I
like
think
Tyler Tilley.
I think
Tyler
no,
Killy.
that's Tyler Killy. It's great. I
Tyler
think
Killy.
I'm gonna take. That's such a just spoonerize it. What a
Spoonerisms
fucking-
are so
I've known him.
simple
I've
and
known
so
him
wonderful.
for so long, and I've never thought
Pac.
about that.
Pack.
Matt Gorley is one of my comedic inspirations.
Gat Morley.
I've never thought of that either.
Mooper San.
Now, his comedic partner, Mark McConville, you can't do that with his name unless you do Kark McMonville.
I mean, that's something for you.
Pretty good, right?
I don't
So I
hate
put
it.
the sunglasses
I'm
on.
not angry at it. So go back to go forward, working
Yeah.
on a musical thingy,
Yes.
writing stuffs.
Anyway. Yep. Don't remember.
Well, I had an exchange with the aforementioned Ms. Lloyd.
Right.
about the songwritery.
There we go. Okay. So, I've been writing for a while. Zach Parkman, leave your wife. Zach Parkman,
Pax
leave your
Arkman.
wife. That's a Pax Arkman. Okay, that's why. It's your fault. Okay, yeah. And I used to try to just sit down and write a whole song.
Sure.
And I've found that that's not how that works. What I've been doing probably for the past 7 or 8 years is write the music, come up with music at some point or another, and then take, like, you know how I had that Michael
know.
Jackson, Annie, Are You Okay? Sort of brain fart, but also a shit, and then it was kind of like I shat silk. I don't know. Anyway,
This week on Silk Shits.
on Silk the Shitter, I just like, I'll think of that, then I'll write it down, or I'll
Sure.
put it in my phone.
Are we talking process now?
Yeah, this is all gonna culminate in a question, and now I'm just thinking of all these lines that I'm like not writing down. Anyway, I write things down, and then I have all these different tracks that I've
Bad idea. Shouldn't write
composed.
things down if you can't remember them. They're not good enough.
and then
Not true.
yeah, right? It's like, oh, I remembered the cure for cancer. Where's a pen? Where's a pen? Where's a pen?
No.
Where's a pen?
No.
You're good. You're
no. If it's really the cure for
good.
cancer,
Then you'll remember it. You have access to the cure for cancer.
it's all there in your brain.
Anyway, I have all these little notes in my notes app that I write down.
Same.
And then what I'll do is I'll put little pieces of songs of music in the same key that I have together that fit. Because I'm writing a musical now, I'm kind of intentionally doing themes.
Sure.
So and so then I just try to throw words at that. And that's such a weird Frankenstein way to do it, but that's how I've written
Sure.
this entire thing, and this is, I feel, some of my best stuff I've ever done.
Well, you have to find the way that works for you.
Yeah. How do you, like, keep the magic alive? Is what I'm wondering, because like it's difficult to get excited about fucking writing. Like, I don't know if that is my general nihilism or my decades now long depression, but like, what
You know, you made
what
that
do you
joke.
do?
You know that you made that half joke the one time. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
we
all my
just-
jokes are half jokes. They're
No,
all
but your half
mulattoes.
joke of the specific one.
I can
Heard
say
that
it.
one there at the end.
I can
know.
say it
I
because
know.
I
can
have
see it.
an aunt that's white.
Yeah, but you also, you have a dust card. For now, that shit can be revoked.
Does that apply to that too? Like just dust because like kind of like ashy, dusty, like kind of white.
Oh,
Like
you
is that,
did. You
does that
went. You
count?
went from ashy to classy, is what you did. You started it. No, you're. I'm sorry. Do you need a minute?
No, I mean, I look, man. You remember what happened to me on stage that time you called me?
Yes.
Yeah, that happened like 5 minutes ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
I'm handling it great.
You're doing great. Handle your high, baby. That's all you gotta do.
It's a lot.
To the one I was
Should I
talking
put
about
this
is yeah. I think you should. Unless it makes you feel better.
You piece of shit.
Goes with the tie. One time you're like, kind of half jokingly, you're like, so are we like the same person? And I don't think we're the same person, but every once in a while you'll describe something. I'm like, that is exactly how my brain works, and that worries me for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that happens in song more often than not for me. Mm-hmm. Which is the reason I play so many fucking covers. You piece of shit. I hear these songs that people write that sound like they stole it from my heart.
See, I don't run into that.
Maybe I'm just a basic bitch. I think that's it. I think I am just
I
a
don't think
very
there's any
simple
maybe about it.
person.
I mean,
You've been giving me some hard truths in the past couple days, and you know what? Thank you. I'm not likable. I'm a basic bitch.
I'm sorry. I was joking
what
about
else?
the non-likable thing.
No, I know.
I find you very likable.
Look,
The basic
man,
bitch thing I meant, but
but I know I am. Like all my
Yeah,
songs, I
sure.
steal from people. That's also why I like to play covers because it's easier than having to write. Because I hate writing. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I love having
depends.
written.
Oh yeah. Well,
hate
so
writing.
say we all. But
Hey, now Kaiser Sose.
yeah, you betcha. I was going Battlestar Galactica, but
No, I know, but that was a joke from a podcast they did before they knew about Kevin Spacey touching the Star Trek guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's touched the Star. Never mind,
Anthony Rapp, from Discovery.
man.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah. Sorry.
keep it in your
Sorry.
pants.
I know him from Rent. He was Mark in Rent.
Oh right.
Mark. I'm
he-
Mark.
Was he the filmmaker?
Yes. Well, this is quite an operation. Sit down, Mark.
That
We'll
was
continue
a good
the
half of a show.
affirmation.
You want to talk about a show that was half
That's a
done?
half a fucking show? Yeah. Hamilton is half a show, but it's like bloated to the point of
Not fair. Not
perfect
fair
fermentation.
compared to
No,
Rent.
like a haggis. Like a fucking like it's like when
You're doing this wrong.
No,
Whatever it is
look,
you're
man.
trying to do,
Okay, you know
it is
how
not working.
you have grape juice,
Nope.
right?
No.
Okay? But then you leave the grape juice
No,
long
and.
enough.
No and.
And then, yes, and then it becomes wine
Yeah.
after it's been left there too long. And you think, oh, it's going to be too long. It's literally what the fuck you said.
Yeah.
Where you were like, oh, this is okay. Oh, this is pretty long. Oh, this is getting pretty good. Oh no. Oh, what am I going to do now?
I ran into that. Well, the Hamilton thing was
The Hamilton, yeah.
was
The Hamilton complex.
hitting it like multiple times from multiple directions. And as I get older and older and older and older, I am more amazed when anyone ever is touched by any piece of music, because everybody's taste is predicated upon their upbringing and how hard they push back against said upbringing, or they don't push back, and then how they experience music, how they get into music, how much music means to them, whether they make music on their own or not, whether if they make music on their own or not, do they compare the music that they make to other people's music, how do they feel about what they do, and all of those things. And I am on my own here because you cut to me. What happened?
I'm so glad that I didn't end the broadcast by doing that. I don't.
That would have been great.
I
That would have
bumped
been
the
the
mic
right
with my
place to do it.
guitar by moving
Well,
back
my-
to try
my-
to not get
yeah.
the sippy noise. Anyway,
My-
please keep going.
Okay. Oh no, my own weird issue with songwriting is that I've always pretty much done it the same, and it is a very specific, somewhat benign mental illness where they're all pretty much around the same tempo and around the same format and not too many different keys, but I keep trying to get something else out of it. And the weird thing is, the longer I do it, the more different things I find. But I have to keep chipping away at that. The stone comes up new every day, and I have to keep chipping away to find the song in the stone. But they're always the same. They always come pretty fast. And yeah. And it's weird because they'll be like, some of them I'll go, it's the same amount of work whether they're good, great, or not very good at all. And that is infuriating. But it's also how it works. You know, that's the thing that really gets me. Is I write quickly when I can be arsed. Because a lot of the time it's just, there's no reason for there to be another song in the universe. And the only reason I do it is because something won't leave me alone. Or something comes along like the VOM with those prompts.
Right. You're on assignment. I found that that's the only reason I've written in the past 4 years.
And sometimes, and I resent the fuck out of any homework.
Me too.
But
I give it to myself though now, so it's fine.
But fucking Squirrel came out because of
Such a good song.
a prompt. And I agree with you, but I didn't put any more or less work into that than any other piece of shit I ever wrote.
I know.
And it's infuriating.
The fact that it's a fucking roulette, like that's what
And
I
the
hate
fact
about it. That's what bars
you
me
have
from
to-
just like.
You
But I'm
have
forcing
to
myself to in like
sublimate
a week.
your
Yeah.
ego to it
Yep.
and just go, this is the process that works for me.
Oh.
And it's like, and we were talking before, it's like, how hard do you steer into the skid? How much do you allow yourself to go to the keys you go to, the changes you go to, the ideas you go to, the overarching things you go to? How much do you let yourself do those, and how much do you fight against it? And when you're fighting against it, are you trying to expand what you're doing, or are you just denying what you do? That's where I sit with things like that.
Yeah.
And I will say FOM was interesting because I didn't have time to think about that. I got an idea and I wrote it. And I figured out how to play it and sing it at the same time well enough to make a demo. I uploaded it. I wrote some stupid shit and it was gone. And I did that 15 times. And I went back and a couple of them are pretty good. Because it turns out I'm pretty good at writing songs. You know?
Been
it's
doing
like,
it a while.
yeah, exactly. And it's like, and there are times like, and 2020 and 2021 were like, here's what Hypomania can do for you, you know? And I wrote like 40 something songs in 2021 and more than that, 40 more, whatever. Like it was like 41 in, I could look it up, but it's like low 40s in 2020 and mid 40s in 2021. Like an insane amount of fucking songs, you know? And I hit 200 songs in Erie sometime last year, and that's only because I wrote like 10 songs last year, which isn't much at all for me. It couldn't be arsed.
I wrote one.
Yeah, but do you like it?
I don't know. That's the one where I don't know if it's good.
That's the right answer.
And it's
That's the
fucking
right answer.
7 minutes fucking long.
When we're done talking, I want to hear that song, but I have to go pee, and then I'm going to come back and hear the second half of the song.
Oh,
But
that's on piano, but I'll play a different song. I
I
also
like your piano playing. Just as an aside, like you picked it
you.
up over the course of all this, right?
like the last year and a half is. I mean,
That's impressive.
you know,
Like, did
'cause,
you
like,
ever play piano
been able
before?
to. No, like when I was a music major, I had to take a piano class,
But you
and we
didn't
had a
really play.
recital. But like I learned that on the during the week.
You learned
and
the
then-
thing.
Yeah,
played
and
the
then
thing. That's not the same as playing piano, though.
no, and then like when I would track for demos and stuff
Yeah.
during the pandemic and right before it, I would use a MIDI keyboard, so I
Yeah.
would like get to know the scales, but like
But not that
no,
much.
no, I that would just be with one hand, and I would
Yeah.
just only do melodies, and like if I would have to do a chord, I would do it, and then I would pause the track, and then go to where I'd have to play the other chord, and then do the chord. All right. Anyway, fuck off. Go. Have your piss or have your shit and
I wouldn't poop during our
mix it around.
live
Oh,
stream.
that's so nice of you.
Yeah.
Get you a man who wouldn't take a shit during a recording.
It's funny, the multi-instrumentalist thing I find baffling. Like our mutual friend Rowan is a fantastic percussionist, but is also a wonderful guitar player.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand like multi-instrumentalists and people who do all these different things. The weird thing is though, the only other instrument I can kind of play is drums. And as a drummer, I don't sound like a guitar player playing drums. I sound like a solid but mediocre drummer.
Huh.
Like I have decent limb independence, and I never play drums. But if I sit down, for the amount of time put into the instrument, to the ability, there's a case to be made that I'm better at playing drums, because I don't have to. It took so much work to get the fucking pick to hit the string that I was doing. That it took so long. But like drums, I'm just like.
You hit the thing. The thing is
Like,
always the same place.
Yeah, it's right
it
there.
doesn't matter what key you're
when
in.
my
You're
my
just-
eldest was like 7, he was taking drum lessons and he was good already. He could play. Like he lost interest. But I was talking to the instructor, who's a nice kid, and I'm like, yeah, I play a little bit too. And he was talking about something, so I got to sit down at the electric drums for a second, and I started playing the beat for "We Will Rock You," which is just a prum, prum, but you have to do the roll thing for it. And my 7-year-old didn't look happy, and I'm like, I told you I could play a little bit, like I'm not great, but I'm solidly mediocre. Like my time is good. Like I know how time works. Like, you can't teach time. That's the thing. Like you can teach lots of technical stuff, but you can't teach time.
Yeah.
So I can play well enough to sound like, oh, that drummer in that band is mediocre, and that's it. And I never took it any further than that.
So the Ringo effect.
No, Ringo is the secret weapon of that band. That's a separate conversation. I don't want to talk Beatles because I'm tired of hearing people talk about the Beatles. Because I'm bored.
Have you
with them.
seen this new documentary, Get Back? It
I
just
sat
came
through
out,
it.
man.
I sat through it. It was a long time. There were some good parts of it, but it didn't need to be that long. Shit was long.
It's like a lot of things.
Shit was long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like longer than this live stream long.
Yep.
Long. Long. Yeah, the songwriting thing though I find infuriating, because I have to accept that how I work is I get this thing and then I get this other thing, and I'm like, it's either going to open the door to something decent or it's not, and I'm not going to know until I do it. And how well it works depends upon how much I'm willing to let it happen. The less I push on it, the better it tends to work.
Yeah.
Squirrel, I didn't push on at all.
Right.
It just happened.
Yep.
Not in a it's the music. It happened. I wrote a good lyric, and I made good music to go.
You know
with
what? This is good.
What's
I'm
that?
gonna play a song,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
Is it a pee-pee song?
we're gonna gamify it. I'm gonna ask you how long you think it took me to write it.
Wait, when do I get to pee?
You can pee now. Are you
Thank
going?
you. Not yet.
Okay, go.
It's not the same unless you're watching.
I can talk. Give me something to talk about. Give me something to talk about that I have opinions on that you don't want to hear me talk about. So that when you come back...
You know what I'm going to do, though? I am going to listen to the live stream on the YouTube while I go pee.
Okay.
So whatever you talk about...
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm going to know.
Okay.
I am going to know. Now, I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Carlsbad.
Carlsbad cheese things. Oh, wait. Upcoming. SsnotaConcert.
SsnotaConcert. Turns out it's not a concert. Turns out there's going to be like 2 to 3 songs over the course of 2.5 hours.
Oh, I'm listening to the echo.
That's
while
fucked
I'm
up.
doing it.
Turn your radios down. Turn your radios down.
I have a question.
Okay.
About
yes.
the expos.
Okay. Yeah. They've gone. They've moved and changed their name. They're in DC now. They're the Nationals, which is interesting in these times.
Why is that? That's weird.
Are we being taken over by Rowan?
He's always with us.
Oh, no.
Okay. I'm going to run away for the peeing.
Okay.
And I will come back.
Will I still be able to hear you?
You won't be able to hear me talking to you, but I'll still just walk through my house talking.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm going to go pee because I'm an older gentleman.
But does this sound all right? Balance-wise? Hello. Guitar.
Yeah, it actually sounds really good.
Okay. Bye.
So I'm going to take
piss.
this away. I'm not hearing you live anymore. I'm muting myself out. Goodbye.
Okay. Staring contest with the bottom of my glass, and I don't stand a chance. Stumbled on this place while running from my past. Now you feel like dancing. Follow me home, swallow me home. I can't recall a time I was in control. In fits and starts, I split apart. Wait for the madness to take hold. Oh, I've been through denial. I wade through the anger. I paint on a smile. Make friends with strangers. Tell the memories of you to keep it down. Try to drown you out. Walls are plastered with old traffic signs and dirt. Shit, the lighting ain't forgiving. In the former life I try my hand at chasing skirts. If you call that living. Killing myself, oh, but I'm giving them hell. Convince them all there's still a soul inside this shell. fits and starts, oh, it splits apart. Another round would do me well. I've been through denial, I wade through the anger, I paint on a smile, make friends with strangers, tell the memories of you to keep it down. Oh, when I try to drown you out. I've been through denial, I wade through the anger, paint on a smile, make friends with strangers, tell the memories of you to keep it down. As I try to drown you out. Oh, I try to drown you out. I try to drown you out. Just as we hit the stroke of midnight. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Chris, are you still, more Chris Eric. More like Piss Eric. All right? Because he went to go pee. To go to the bathroom. Use the facility.
I'm back. I just have to put my headphones on.
Oh, hi. Hello. Hello. And your
I had to
camera's
pee.
back.
I'm an older gentleman.
Hello.
I
Hello.
enjoyed the song very much.
Oh, cool. So how long do you think it took me to write it?
Hey, yeah.
Hi.
No comment?
Well, it either took you less time than it took you to play it, or it took you an insane amount of time.
Yeah. One of those. Cool. Good. Good answer.
Wait, I'm almost there.
Okay.
So what was the answer?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which one was it?
Yep.
It was yup.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And what's that?
Right after these messages, do you have one that'll be like 2 minutes
Of me?
of you playing a song? Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then I'll do what you did.
Yeah.
And I'll get my echo on.
I apologize.
So I'll watch.
For the
I'll
echoing.
watch on my phone. No, it's okay because now I have to piss, and now they're
I
fucking in for it. Like we're going for an Irishman here.
Wait, do we get de-aged by the?
Oh, absolutely. I'll be wearing platform shoes like Robert De Niro did.
We can kick the shit out of each other. But
Yeah. Joe Pesci will
that
be there. It'll be
make any
one of Ray
sense.
Liotta's last roles, one of his 20 last roles. Yeah, I know. Cocaine Bear.
No, really?
One of them. No, he has like 3 or 4 movies coming out. Anyway, I got to take a piss, but what are you going to play for the people, Chris?
I don't know. Do you have a request, or otherwise I'll just pick
I mean,
a
you
thing?
said squirrel. So is that too on the fucking nose?
No, I mean, if it's what you want, I just need a minute to get to it.
It's what we
Can
want.
you hang out before you pee?
Oh my God, I'm bursting at the seams.
Um,
Here, how about this? Who's your favorite Beatle and why?
I don't like talking about the Beatles. It's boring. I guess I'm not playing a song. I said I'd do it. I just don't know where it is. Because I don't know the word. Oh, there it is. I found squirrel. Okay. There's nothing worse than knowing where you'll be. The food, the walls, the tiles, the chairs, the sickly Christmas tree. It's somehow even worse when the only one I see is me. Another walk just like the one I did the other day. At least I think that's how it worked, I really couldn't say. It's hard to tell the difference when everything's this way. Okay. Nothing new to do, nothing new to see. Hell, maybe other people, but being alone is purgatory. Locked down saw a person who may not have been there. At least I think I saw them in a shock of auburn hair. Though now that I consider it, it may have been a squirrel. Nothing new to do, nothing new to see. Hell, maybe other people, but being alone is purgatory. Locked down and loaded, that's me. Now the pasta pot's been gossiping with all those nosy trees, and I never noticed how the ceiling's always up till 3. But obviously it's alright, no one will ever see but me. Nothing new to do, nothing new to see. Hell, maybe other people, but being alone is purgatory. Locked down and loaded, that's me. Locked down and loaded, that's me. You think we'll come back?
Hi.
Hi.
You're there. You're here. Now
I
we're
am.
both here.
And you're there.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Hold on. Now it's still playing on my phone.
There we were, now here we are. Was that good peeing? Did you get the texts that I sent you while I was peeing?
No, I didn't. I guess we'll get to that.
This is so much easier than playing acoustic guitar.
Isn't it though?
Well, I had been practicing acoustic for the show that I ultimately didn't play.
And you don't do this guy. You don't do a nylon
No.
string. Do you oppose the nylon?
I like it for picking stuff, but for strummy, I just don't care for it. I don't love the sound. Just for me, you know.
I find it quite versatile.
Yeah, I can see that. So, are we? What do you think? Are we rounding towards the end of things?
Yeah, I
or
think so.
Was there was something you wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, how long did that song take you to write ultimately?
7 years, 6 years.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, not consistently. I would revisit it every now and then.
Yeah, those are irritating.
It was inspired by like a breakup thing.
Mm.
And then that kind of, I didn't like the first draft of the song. But I liked a lot of the line or the idea of it and a couple of the lines in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I kept trying to rewrite it, and then 2019. So it was like 2014 to 2019. So five years. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a line of thought in writing that 90% of everything is garbage. So what you need to do is write as much as possible so that 10% pile is bigger. And I don't think I believe that. I remember I used to think, oh, they can write a bunch of songs. I can do that, but I don't want to. And then I went and did it. And I did it. And some of them are good and some of them aren't. And it hasn't changed anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because nothing changes anything, because nothing matters.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And, sometimes it depends on the day you catch me. I could be very proud of myself and think I'm really good at it. Not great. I never think I'm great. But there are days where you catch me where I think I'm pretty goddamn good at it. And then I'll hear, good knows great. They say good is the enemy of great. It's not true. Good is the handmaiden of great. Like, we fucking
the
know.
chambermaid.
Yes, exactly. It's like, I know. Like, I hear Cinderella sometimes, like, that's great. Like,
Right.
that is a,
You're
like,
the stepsister.
yeah, like, I don't know, I don't know the other songs. Like, I'm consistent. Like, for somebody who writes in the same, pretty much the same format and the same kind of, you know, area, whatever it is I did, that's informed by a lot of shit that doesn't sound like it, I don't think. It just kind of, I've just kind of taken pieces away. Like, I had this,
Jambalaya.
yeah, well, but
Reverse jambalaya.
I keep picking pieces out of it. You know, like we have friends like our aforementioned Rob and Rowan, who they have all these influences that show in their music in a wonderful way. And I just kept pulling things out. Like, I don't want that, I don't like that, I don't want that, I don't like that. And it just kind of simmered down to like this, whatever this weird little thing is I do. It's qualified because I was never supposed to sing these songs. That was never ever the plan. I never wanted to sing. I didn't start singing until we moved to Erie, and I didn't have to start singing until after 2019, which is a separate conversation. So it's always qualified, and I had the worst time for like the first year or so of the VOM. It was always fraught. I had a hard time getting sounds out because I wasn't supposed to be doing it. I didn't want to. It's never what I wanted, ever. It wasn't like, if I get my chance, I'm going to get to sing these songs. It's like, no, I'm going to fuck them up.
See, now I really want to have Rowan on here because he is similar in that he's a late bloomer
Yes, that's
as far as playing his own shit and singing
true.
his own shit.
Well, all I ever wanted to do was write the songs and play rhythm guitar while she sang them. That's all I ever wanted to do. I didn't even want to play lead guitar. I'm not.
You just wanted to be there.
Yeah, I just wanted to. Well, you know, rhythm guitar is the whole song. Like, that's what I liked.
Oh yeah,
I
was the rhythm guitarist in my first band. I mean, also I was the vocalist, but you know.
All I ever wanted was like a band. Like, I had a good 4-piece like right before we left Baltimore, and I love that. We still miss the fuck out of those guys. You know, but like what I would have loved to have had like an actual guitar player there for things, so I didn't even have to think of that stuff. I like, if I could just write songs and play rhythm guitar, that's all I ever wanted. Or like a really good like organ player, you know, like somebody who like made a really nice warm thing, piano, or like
a nice
band.
cushion for you.
All I ever wanted was, I wanted the band. I wanted a keyboard, an organ player, and a piano player, you know, and all of that, you know, like a great rhythm section and a superlative singer. Because I had, you know, I was in a band with my favorite singer for a while there, and it was pretty fucking great. And then I wasn't. And that wasn't so great.
But now you kind of are again.
No.
No?
No, we've played since July 27th. We've played a show here. And it went okay, but that's a separate conversation. A lot of things change. I don't know how much playing I'm going to do, because the show that I was going to do yesterday, because it's now the 12th, was the only thing I had booked. And after the diagnosis we talked about, I wasn't feeling any great urge to book myself to be out around people. Because when you feel like you're made of a cracked eggshell, you don't really want to spend a lot of time in a noisy bar with a bunch of people bumping into each other.
Yeah.
So
I want to poke the bear.
Really don't. And I don't know. It's like, I don't, at this point, what I want and what I plan to do feels very different than when I had a band with my favorite singer, or when I had something else going on. And now, other than writing songs, I don't know what I want to do. You know, it's all very, there's always an asterisk. It's always qualified. This is the problem when the live stream gets past 2.5 hours, then that stuff comes out.
Well, I love this shit. Yeah.
I got to it late, and the weird thing is, I think I'm writing really well, but I don't know that matters.
I think it does.
I
think
appreciate
you at least thinking that matters.
that. Well, I don't know. I appreciate that, but that's
I
not what
mean,
was looking
you know, look, man. I don't write to know the reason I am so iffy about that. This last song that I wrote is because it took so long to write. It took
Yeah.
me like, not the one I just played. I like that one. I fucking like. I know that's good. Like I wouldn't be playing it like. Once I figured out my heading, it took me like 2 days to write the song. You know.
Yeah.
But the my Atlantis song, which is like a part of the finale of the first part of this musical I'm writing, or I guess it's the first part. I don't know, man. I have like, there's like gonna be like at least 60 fucking songs.
Sure.
that are
And
gonna
then there's
be-
the rap breakdown. You gotta have
I
that.
think I might actually rap just to fucking put mud in Lin-Manuel Miranda's eye.
Bit of a hippity hoppity to it, if you will.
Yo, my name is, and I'm here to say I'm gonna.
My name is the
in a different
the
way.
Rhinoceros.
Oh my god,
raps
fucking
are
Flight of the
never-
Conchords, man,
Fucking so great.
so good. So
The
good.
11-year-old is like interested in he asks for ding 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 ding. Sarah Brown. Took the bus out of town.
Oh yes.
But I'm hoping that you'll stick around. Ding ding, diggy ding, diggy ding. Brittany hit me.
Reese Darby in that is so.
Oh yeah,
just so
band
great.
meeting. Although
Band
you know what
meeting?
else? You know what
What?
else he's great in? You know what else he's great in though?
Jumanji?
Yeah. Welcome to Jumanji.
Yeah. Is that what you were gonna
great.
say?
Yes.
Oh really? Because I just
yeah.
watched it like yesterday
Fucking
or some shit.
wonderful.
It's
Isn't
so
it great?
fun. Yeah.
Both of those movies are so much fun.
I didn't see the third one because it's I don't know what it's on.
The two with the rock.
Right. Yeah. No. I only saw
Did
the
you-
first one of those because it just came out on Hulu.
Did you enjoy that one? The
Yes.
one with him and
Yeah. No. And I usually like I'm kind of sick of Kevin Hart.
he
I
can
don't
go either
you-
way.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, like I just because he was in everything so much, and like
Yeah,
you know,
he's a lot.
I get it.
He's a lot.
I get it.
But
And
I
his
will
stand up
say-
is not that funny.
It's okay. But if I appreciate the hustle. The hustle is
Sure.
fucking amazing.
Like him and Tiffany Haddish. You know what I'm saying? Like
He
you
had
know,
a really good.
Tiffany Haddish is funnier than him though.
She's really funny. He had a really good interview show on Peacock called Heart to Heart.
Yeah, I saw that.
great.
They kept recommending
It was
that
great.
to me.
The Chris Rock episode, who has his ups and downs, he was fucking on it that day. Like the two of them talking to each other was fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
But I will say that if you enjoyed the new Jumanji, you will enjoy the second new Jumanji.
That's what I feel. You know, I may
Because
just rent it on iTunes or
It
whatever
was
and just
glorious.
watch it.
It's
'Cause-
on one of the sites. Though.
Yeah, I'm sure
But
it is.
it's
The first one, the
both a
first
joy.
the rock one was so fun, and
they're
you know,
so much fun.
because like I we've talked about our age disparity, and so Jumanji.
Welcome to Jumanji.
It came out in 96, 97?
Is that the first? Oh yeah, the first
The
one.
the
with-
Robin
with
Williams
Robin?
one.
Ah.
I think it was 90, maybe 95, between 95 and 97, because like the second movie starts with the beach and the guy finds it in 1996.
Sorry, but Robin still makes me sad.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, especially if you hear Bobcat talk about it,
Dude,
because
man.
they were best friends.
I know.
and
He
they
was
talked
so
about it.
Bobcat Goldthwait was a frequent guest on Harmontown. Him and Dan are good friends. He directed quite a few episodes of Community.
Bob Scratch Goldfarb.
Exactly. Gob Squatch Golsh Garbst.
Love him so
Borscht
much.
Borscht
I love
Borscht
him
Belt
so much more.
Popplethwaite.
I love him so much more now, Bobcat.
Yeah.
Like just to hear him talk as a person
And
and the
great
fucking,
director.
Yeah, and his movies are so interesting
Yep.
and so
God
weird,
Bless America is
which I haven't seen yet.
really
World's Greatest Dad
World's
is
Greatest Dad
amazing.
is fucking terrific. And that
One
this,
of
the
Robin's
I Love
greatest
You Daddy,
performances.
the Patton one, seems a lot like it's gonna be.
I haven't watched that yet.
I
I'm
haven't
worried
watched
about
it
it.
either. It's in my queue.
I had that and Emily the Criminal. And
Emily
I'm
the
for Emily the
Criminal.
Criminal. Which, Emily the Criminal. It works in a way.
I'm just gonna watch it, man.
It's less so, not as bombastic, but it holds together in the way, if you enjoyed it, that Taken holds together. Except that
the
it's,
first
it's,
Taken.
Yes, not Takener and not Takenist.
Taken.
Taken.
Still taken.
Yeah, still taken. But the first one holds together because Neeson is unfucking deniable.
Also,
just
his
so-
wife had just died.
Yes. Vanessa.
No, Natasha.
Natasha.
Something.
Yeah, I know exactly who it is.
Richardson. She was
Yeah.
the Parent Trap.
Yeah, which I didn't see.
It's fine. Lindsay Lohan, great actor. Seriously, like
She
fucking,
really was.
She still is.
Is she?
She's.
She
I
still
mean,
have it?
You know,
She didn't
I
burn
think
it out
so.
of her?
I mean, you know, it's like her
She didn't,
and
like,
fucking
crank it
Hillary
out of her?
Duff and Britney Spears all fell off, and then they're all having resurgences now.
She was, but she was a good actor, kind of like, and she's doing fine.
She's
and she's doing good
she's
work.
not 40 yet.
But like Scarlett Johansson as a younger person
Also not 40 yet.
was a fantastic actor, and now she's doing other things, and she's very
Producing?
successful. But like, I didn't see what was the one she did with Bill Murray way back.
Lost in Translation.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I couldn't make it through that.
I didn't see it until 20 years after. It's a great movie. You should finish it.
Yeah, I was young. I
Yeah.
hadn't.
Oh,
gotten
see,
it.
I didn't see it until decades after it came out, and I'm like, this can't possibly hold it. Oh,
That's Sofia Coppola, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Who turned into a good filmmaker?
that one time, a couple
Yeah.
times.
I heard she made some other good movies.
Yeah,
I didn't see Virgin Suicide, so I
I
don't
didn't
know.
see Bling Ring.
The music is amazing for Virgin Suicide, so it's Air, the French duo. Yes. Exactly. And I think on that note,
I'm gonna play a song about cancer. You can go.
wait, you're doing a cover. I know what song you're doing.
It's a song about cancer.
Yeah, I know, but you're doing a cover. No.
So?
No,
Okay,
no,
fine.
no.
Then what do you want? I was trying to ask you what you wanted me to play.
She didn't
but-
ask me.
You're a tangent factory.
I'm the Tangent Factory. The one that I wanted to play with you, what is it?
What key?
I don't remember the changes after that.
What key?
I think it's an A. Is it?
Oh
an
yeah,
A?
I know what that is.
Cold hard ground.
Yeah, it's called Ground.
Ground. See, I told you. But like, yeah, one time when you were playing it on the VOM, I was playing along with you, muted, and I'm like, yep, that's what I do there.
Okay. So are you saying you want me to play that?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we should probably
Yeah,
wrap it
fuck
up.
off. Yeah.
Do you want to solo on yourself, or do you want to leave video of me watching you rapturously?
I mean, I can just leave like I can leave a space where I just play for you to solo over, but like don't unmute because it won't sync up. But you know, just like have a nice time.
I mean, that can be fun, and I'll do it.
I love that. Like I tend specifically with this song, I liked like for Pfeiffer loves to play along with people, and so if I see him pick up his ukulele as he'd call it, shout out to Pfeiffer's Corner. Follow
Christian
Pfeiffer's
calls
Corner.
it that too.
So it's just the best people. If I see him like pick it up and I'm doing a song that has like a solo break that I would usually take, I just play through the chords and a couple times. So I'll do that.
Do it. Music.
All right.
Music make you lose control.
Lose control. Lose control. Doopy 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 doop. Poopy poop. Poopy doops.
Kidding. Kidding.
Give me a sign. Give me some time. It's all too much. I can't keep up. I'll try. I need to leave. Why can't I breathe? I can't find the earth. I've lost the urge to break free. Bring me right back to that cold, hard ground. Make me feel safe and sound. Take me back home when I was alone. Oh, I need you to take me away. Lead me astray. Do the worst you can. All of my plans were mistakes, but don't make me choose. I've got nothing to lose. My past's a mess, and there's no one left to abuse. Bring me right back to that cold, hard ground. Make me feel safe and sound. I've had enough. I'm giving up. Oh, I need you to. Chris Eric, everybody. But shh, don't unmute. Okay, now it gets weird. They all ran out, shuttered me out in the black, shutting me down. I had no ground to fight back. No one to mourn that I'm lost to the ages. No place for me in the history book pages. Nothing to show for the legacies I kept intact. Well, I wanna live Try to find my way, blindly betray and forgive. And I wanna burn to longingly yearn. Try to be flesh and bone, to have to be shown how to learn. Whoops. Please take me down to that cold, hard ground. Make so sick of safe and sound. We may not get through. Words are important, kids. I may not save you. You need me to bring me right back to that cold, hard ground. Make me feel safe and sound. Take me back home when I was alone. I need you to. So if you look at my shadow behind me, I kind of look like Watto from The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. See, it looks kind of like his nose is over the center of my head. Anyway. Little orphan Annie. Annie, are you okay? Okay. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? It's a very Leonard Cohen Watto version of Smooth Criminal. Jesus Juice, hang your baby off the roof of a hotel. I guess it was a window. I am Watto. Who knows? I am a toydarian. I do not know these earthly things. Go ahead. I'm a simple junk dealer and a slave owner. I'm Watto. Okay, well, I guess that's enough.
That's all you get.
That's
Although I will say,
that's all you get.
I was enjoying playing along with the verse, doing the.
Yeah, it would be great to do that and not have to, choose between doing that or to do it with a loop pedal. It'd be great to do it with an actual human being. That'd be lovely.
The only thing that was confusing was when it went from the B minor to the D to the E. Because you did the... And then you did the...
And sometimes I won't do that. I like to mix it up. No, yeah. I like to write stuff as simple as possible so that when
I'm really
ultimately
impressed
other
by
people have
that.
to play it.
Having just one set of chord changes for a really interesting dynamic song. I am not capable of that.
A loop pedal really helps. I mean,
having to write to a loop pedal, I could see it, but like, I have a couple that do the very 90s. There's that do the very like they do that, but they don't do. They do the. Yeah, like they don't really do the same thing.
Yeah.
There's like a B section of the verse. It's just not something I've ever really been able to do like in a
Well, a
dynamic,
fun thing
interesting
to
way.
do is to do like a song okay, like this. This song only has 3 chords in the whole thing. This isn't one of mine. I'm not there yet with just a 3 chord. That's a Jason Isbell or this guy thing, which we won't name him because, you know, well, you'll get triggered. But this song is like so... There's so much room for so much in it.
Yeah.
And then the verse is just that. And the instrumental break is just this. And then, oh, you want to hear the chorus or the pre-chorus, whatever? Oh,
Sure.
wow, it's so crazy. Look at those chord changes, man. Look at them go. And then what's next? It's a roller coaster. Oh, it's the same thing from before? Okay. Yeah. And I play that, when I play that song, like, I usually play that song in a gig where nobody's listening and I'm just filling time.
Yeah.
And
Those
so
can be useful.
I'll do that for like 8 minutes.
Well, speaking of filling time, I feel like
We did it.
filled plenty of
We
time.
haven't hit
did
a
it, guys.
full. We didn't do a
hit
full
3 hours.
Irishman, but we did 3 hours, and that's what I was stalling for. So let's do it.
Till next time when we
okay.
do it a lot longer.
I mean, this is the dream. This is a dream come true for me.
I know.
It
Next
really-
time
it
we go.
legitimately-
Next time we go song by song for every song that you have for your forthcoming musical, and I will ask questions after every song.
Jesus. Okay, so that's like 9 songs. So that'll be
4
about
hours at least.
no 7 or 8 hours.
We may have to do a 2-parter for that
Yeah,
one.
it'll be. We'll take an act break. Okay, goodbye. To all of none
Goodbye,
of you.
nobody.
Goodbye, nobody. Goodbye, ta ta.